on
Like,
what
what do you mean? Do
happened.
we have to, bro? That's like a huge fucking bar, bro. Do we have to? Like, come on.
Swung on, hit in the air to right field and deep. It is high. Holy takes it all the way. Bryant for the win.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to your favorite sports podcast, Shirts versus Skins. We are back today with another episode for you guys. Got a good one in store for you guys today. Pretty quick, but we do have the trivia going on. We have the fours. We're going to talk about some Champions League footy, much to Ahmed's lack of urgency, I'd say. I don't think he really wants to talk about that. We're going to talk some combat sports. Canelo Alvarez is in the spotlight. As per usual, UFC 301 just happened. It was a decent card. We'll get to it. And then NBA playoffs. Speaking about the NBA playoffs, right now as we speak, obviously the New York Knicks are playing, which is, by the way, hats off to Ahmed actually recording during a New York Knicks game. I'm actually shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that the New York Knicks had a game. So like, basically, Ahmed sends us the topics, right? He's the one who like searches them together. So when he sent topics, I was like, all right, cool, we're recording. And Tiku goes, wait, we're actually recording today? Unlike Tiku, who refuses to record when the Miami Heat are down 4-0 in the series.
I don't give a fuck, bro. That's my team. You know what? I'm willing to go down with the ship.
Okay,
even
watch
when
this
down
2
30.
regular season games all year.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Regular season's garbage, bro. What
Listen.
the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie. Once Spurs get in the playoffs with Wembanyama, you're bugging if you think I'm not sitting in front of the TV watching every single game.
Fair enough.
But,
That's fine.
But
I think
Funny enough, if I would have watched every regular season game and Jimmy Butler just gets hurt in the play-in, I swear I might have killed myself. For sure. Considering how bad that regular season was, no. So I'm okay with my way of watching basketball.
that's a
on the regular season.
I think it's very fair, and that's a debate we've sparked a couple of times on the
Yeah.
podcast, where
Yeah,
it's
we've-
like, does the
we've had this
NBA need to
discussion.
fix their regular season? And whatever. We're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about the New York Knicks. We're going to talk about Jalen Brunson. As Ahmed is unhappily watching him in the locker room with what Ahmed suspects to be a broken foot.
God
there
forbid.
was-
I just felt like, let's relax, bro. I just said
You said
worst.
it.
You're the one that
worst
said it.
case scenario.
Worst
You're the
case
one that
broken
said
foot.
it.
Okay.
No, you're like, I think it's gonna be like a hairline fracture, broken foot. That's what you said.
Worst case scenario. You know, like,
Physio.
Okay.
you
physio-
always think of the worst.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And so basically, to start things off, Chris Broussard talking about Jalen Brunson. He was asked, is Jalen Brunson a superstar if New York Knicks win the series? And he says, I have the Knicks in 6, but no, 1,000 times no. He's dope, but he's not a superstar yet. So, Ahmed, before you comment, I want Tiku to comment, because I think we have seen a shift in Tiku's mentality on Jalen Brunson, sort of in a manner where, no, I'm not saying you don't rate him. I think you definitely rate him. But if you
Okay.
had to compare where you thought he was as an MVP contender 6 months ago to now, right?
Right.
And it's fair because his
Yeah.
game has elevated. Don't get me wrong. So, like, do you think his game has elevated in that way? Because I think it has. I want
I
to know
think
if you
it-
think it has.
If you're talking about his level of play this season, without a doubt, he's either a superstar or borderline superstar. Now it depends on how and who and how they define what a superstar is to them, though. You know, a lot of people have different criterias, definitions of what. Personally, you know, obviously, I look at every sport differently. I think to me, you have to be a top 5 player to be a superstar. That's just my opinion. Now, do I think do I think Jalen Brunson is a top 5 player? I mean, when you're looking at the game, when you look at how his level of play, you know, I think he's a borderline that. I think he's a borderline top 5 player. And if we're talking about his play, now, I think a lot of it has to do now with consistency. Is he going to be that level play more than 1 year? But if we're just basing it off of this year, I would think he is a superstar. And this, like you said, beginning of the season, there was a point in the season where I thought a guy like Tyrese Halliburton is a better player than him, played better than him. I also said Tyrese Maxey was playing better than him. Obviously, that was months ago. And especially now at the end stretch of the season, Jalen Brunson has kind of distanced himself a lot between the rest of the point guards in the Eastern Conference Finals. A lot. Like he, especially in, like I said, maybe in the last 30 days, month, he's arguably been the best player in the NBA, if we're being honest. That's considering the playoffs, regular season. So, I mean,
Last
like
2
I
months.
said, right. Yeah, you want to say that, whatever. Um, he's a fantastic player. I've always liked him. I've always thought he was a good player. Initially, when he came to New York, I thought, it was kind of an overpay because we never seen what he can do as a number one. Obviously, his level of play, everything that he's done to the city of New York, the basketball team itself has gotten way better with him, of course. And he's been a sensational player. And I'm not a person to give credit to the Knicks a lot, but with Jalen Brunson, he's a player that you just cannot hate. And he's a fantastic player, and I'm happy for Knicks fans. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, it was only 1 year. You of all people should know what Jalen Brunson was doing last year in the playoffs. This is not a
Yeah, no,
1 year fluke Isaiah
did good.
Thomas run. This is a
I
sustained
think okay. I think last
2 year
season's
run.
definitely not. Last season was definitely not how we played this season.
No.
Can we
Yeah,
not?
he's taking, which is
Okay.
exactly what you want to see from
Right.
your
We're
franchise
talking
superstar
about
player.
top
Taking
15 play to top 5 potentially play.
exactly, which is
That's
exactly what you want to
superstar
see.
level. Right. Exactly.
So
For sure.
his first season, he was performing like a top 15 player, especially
Right.
like the last 4 months of that season. He was probably in that top 10. This season, I mean, like out of respect, I would put other guys ahead of him, but that's only like a guy like Kawhi Leonard and stuff like that. But that's out of respect. But Jalen Brunson, if you want to like scratch all that stuff, put all that stuff on the side, Jalen Brunson is probably like a top 3, 4 player in the world this year, and he will be like once we see all those voting for MVP, I guarantee you he should be in that top 5.
He is in the top 5. That's what I was just looking for. I tried
it came
looking it
out.
up. Yeah. So
But how many first place votes? Because that's
he got 0 first place votes. However, he did get
Jokic.
It was
Shai.
so I'll tell you. So it was Jokic first, with 926 total points. Shai second with 640. I can't even read that font. That's
Whoa.
crazy. 640, I think. Luka Doncic third with 566. NBA has to fix this font. Giannis fourth with 192, and then Brunson with 142. Now, after Brunson, it's a pretty steep drop. Steep. I mean, from Giannis to Brunson, it's 50, and then from Brunson to Jason Tatum, it's 60.
So Giannis,
Jason Tatum has 86.
So Brunson was 5th?
I think he was a comfortable 5th. Like, he was a very comfortable 5th.
I mean, that's probably what I would have him, like based on record and stuff like that. But yeah, so to answer the question though, first of all, Chris Broussard is an absolute joke. I feel like what they do, like they send those people that were once on ESPN, they just be like, oh, yo, just go to Fox and just go die. Like nobody listens to that show. It's like, come on, everybody on that except for like maybe one guy, like the other guy, Nick Wilde, but it's a horrendous show. Chris Broussard is so out of touch with the game of basketball. Like he still like thinks LeBron James is like the best player in the world or something. Like he's so out of touch. Yeah. Jalen Brunson, I do like your definition like of a top 5 player, and he has performed of a top 5 player. But like you obviously want to see it. But so far, the moment Jalen Brunson put on the Nick freaking uniform, he's been like all-star, like really, really good player, to now he's a superstar. And next year if he does it, then I think you can't really question it. But what's really special about him is that in the playoffs, he is doing things that Michael Jordan did.
Only
You know what I'm saying?
Jordan.
He's
Only
taking
Jordan
that
did.
level in the playoffs. That's what makes you great. That's what Jamal Murray, all this talk about him. He's got no all-stars, but in the playoffs, we know what he does. or did, so but whatever.
Last game was scary.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Nah, that's fair, Tiku. I completely agree. Like, it's good that you have your set definition as long as you're consistent with it, right? And
Right.
obviously, for sure, you're consistent with it. And it's a fair way of looking at it. Superstar, like you can't call everyone a superstar.
No,
It's
exactly.
I
We have to keep count because everybody gets called a superstar.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like, and don't get me wrong. I mean, look at the MVP voting. Anthony Edwards was there, but he was below, outside of that top 5. So
Mhm.
it's
which is fair. I
it,
mean,
yeah.
it is
considering
fair.
his regular season.
It's hard not to call him a superstar though,
No, he's
because
a superstar.
he's in the debate for face of the league at the moment.
Like,
So
Hey, but that was due to his playoff. I mean, his playoff
Absolutely.
performances has definitely elevated him, and you have to take that into account for sure.
Me personally, I would have a more broad definition of superstar. I think like even a top 10 would be fair, maybe even a top 15.
Okay.
For superstar,
Team. Oh,
Top
I'm
15's
talking
a little-
all-star team. Not everybody in the all-star team is a superstar.
Yeah,
I'm
top
talking-
15 is a little drag.
I think really like that top
10, I
7.
can-
That top 7.
15 is
Okay.
half of an all-star game, no? How many are in the all-star game on each team?
Man. Maybe like 15 a team.
12 to
Exactly.
15.
So I'm talking
Well,
half.
but that
I'm talking
either
players
way,
that
I mean-
if you go worldwide, everyone's gonna like. If you shuffle up the draft order, these guys are number 1 in their draft class.
to be honest, I
Like easily.
Oh, I think yeah.
I think I was gonna say, I think Bam Adebayo is a top 15 player in the NBA. Right?
Okay.
Am I gonna
Fringe.
call him? Am I gonna call him a superstar though?
But
That's
he's a
okay.
superstar in his
So let's do
role,
this.
Like
Let me
he's,
throw out.
Right.
Let me
Sure.
throw out some names for you guys. You tell me superstar or not. Ready?
Mhm.
Kevin Durant.
Is he a superstar? Like I don't like the old guys.
Yeah,
'cause, like
So
like
so
Durant,
so
LeBron, Curry, even
because
Kawhi.
on their night they can be that guy.
Kevin Durant had one of the great all-time regular seasons you'll ever see.
Right.
At age
Right.
whatever he was,
Right.
but he's obviously a superstar, one of the all-time greats. But like
Exactly.
but that's what I'm saying.
that's established well
There's
over
room.
with.
But that's what I'm saying.
Young
There's
guys. I'm
room
talking
for-
about is Tyrese Maxey a
That's-
superstar? I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, no,
Is
I agree.
Tyrese
But
is Tyrese Halliburton a superstar? I don't think so. Is Zion
Mm.
Williamson a superstar? I don't think so. Not just yet. We can keep going. Who else in
these
that?
guys are
Like
When you
such-
get to
this is
the
my
point
problem.
of like guys like
is Devin
Shai,
Booker a superstar?
Shai,
I'd say he's probably a superstar.
you
Jason
can't.
Tatum a superstar?
Yeah. yeah,
Superstar. I think he's like
He
Tatum's
is. He
Luka's
is.
a superstar.
play-wise.
Shai's a superstar. Anthony Edwards is a superstar. Jalen Brunson's in that category. If
Yeah,
you're
he's
talking
with
about
those
his
guys.
level of play.
Do you think? Do you think the Montes
nah Sabonis.
the
not a
Mantis
superstar.
Sabonis he finished? What
I
is
mean-
that? 6, 7, 8
Nah,
in
because,
MVP
bro,
voting, by
like,
the way.
He literally put up the same stats as Jokic, but the impact on the game is so far away, like in favor of Jokic, that it's like that's a winning basketball player. That's a superstar.
Yeah.
Compared to
I respect
Sabonis, who
Sabonis
just
a
puts
lot.
up monster stats and is obviously a good player,
Yeah.
but is not.
Yeah,
a superstar.
Sabonis is somebody that gets a lot
Is
of
Ju-
hate. for
like
some
he's like
reason.
Julius Randle to me.
Oof, I don't know. about
Definitely
that.
not a superstar.
I think he's way better than Julius Randle, but
No,
that's
no,
just
no,
my
I
opinion.
think I think
Yes.
Randle's better than Sabonis.
I think Sabonis doesn't get enough credit. Then like he definitely it's like people look at it and be like, oh my god, like this guy's not really a superstar, which he isn't. But dude, he's a very very good fucking player.
He's
bro.
bro. He had like 65
It's just-
double doubles or something.
Yeah, no, he's just a
Consecutive, like,
ridiculous
double-double
player.
streak. It was
He's
ridiculous.
clearly the number one player
But
on
he's
that
not a
team.
superstar.
Behind,
I don't
mean,
even think he's.
yeah, fuck.
I think
Nah.
Fox is still the best player on that team.
I like Fox a lot, but Sabonis, the way he plays the game is just it's just
like
weird
Sabonis.
because like the eye test doesn't show it with Sabonis. When you're watching a game, you don't think he's that level of player, which he isn't. But when you look at his stat sheet and you see the way he like
Bro,
Mhm.
a superstar. Like it was.
He's not a
like,
superstar,
It was.
No.
Yeah. Like I think that's okay. So
I'm just
like,
thinking
nothing
he's
for me
a
to say,
very
'cause,
high,
like they lost a
he's
game
high level player.
going to the Magic. Like that's season was like kind of on the line for them. Like really, they
Warriors.
lost the game. Not a superstar.
Or are you talking about like regular
So-
season?
Let's
Uh,
let's move on. Let's stick to the topic of NBA. Let's talk about the semifinals so far. We got a couple matchups. one of the more I wouldn't say shocking, but one of the crazier like results so far I think would be Minnesota with the Nuggets
Yeah.
being up 2-0, especially missing Rudy Gobert in the second game. So like just any general comments about that matchup. So hold up, let me pull up the matchups completely.
I don't know about you guys,
Yeah.
but I just got like a weird ass feeling game 2. I was like, yo, what am I watching?
From
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Like it was
I
kind
was
of like
shocked.
it
I was
was kind of
genuinely
like
shocked.
like 3 years ago. I remember we like traded back for Derrick Rose, and it was the first game we got him back. It was against Miami, and I was like, yo, this team is good now. Like, and I saw this is obviously way different and way more special. Minnesota, what they're doing to Denver Nuggets, who I think me and you kind of agreed that like they should win again, right? Pretty much heavy favorites, and what they're doing
Yeah.
in Denver to play that kind of defense in high altitude. I mean, suffocating. Like I think it was like Jamal Crawford, maximum security defense, lockdown prison ball defense. Bro, this is embarrassing for like the reigning champions. Jokic shooting 25 shots looks very uncomfortable out there. Murray, I mean, not much to say. He's been horrendous. Maybe he's hurt, but still, and throwing the pad. That's obviously like I wouldn't like
should
suspend him.
have gotten
I wouldn't
suspended,
suspend
by
him.
the way.
I wouldn't suspend him. But that's so bad, so embarrassing.
I don't know, bro. I think he should have gotten suspended for that, but
It's
is what it
debatable.
is.
It's debatable.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
He
think
threw it
it's-
twice, by the way, not once. He threw a towel and then the pad. Come on, bro. First of all, that's dangerous. One player slips on that, and you got a bad
threw it
injury.
on the court.
And then what? Yeah, he threw it on
Like
the court.
right, yeah, in a bad spot.
One player
Um,
slips on that, it's over for them. Like it'll,
Yeah.
like, come on, bro. You can't be doing it. What is that? What was the
No,
purpose?
that's like when Curry took out his like fucking mouthpiece. Like they just like lose focus for a second and snap. It's crazy. Maybe steroids.
It's
What?
not worth the suspension.
What?
It's not worth. I mean, he just like.
Well, you never know with these guys.
That's a. All right, cool. Yo, listen, the
I don't know.
theory's locked in, boys.
Brian out there, bro. We know. Chill, son. He was.
I mean, considering the Canadians are getting a lot of L's nowadays, I mean, it's very on par for them to lash out like that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I think looking at it, game 1, I'm like, okay, Minnesota's a good team. You cannot doubt them. They obviously have enough to beat them.
a lot of people
taking
pick.
game 1 is
A
huge
lot of people did pick Minnesota.
for sure, which makes a lot of sense considering they just smashed through Phoenix, and they have the momentum where I felt like a lot of the series with the Lakers that Denver were really coasting. There was multiple games where not even multiple, pretty much every game where they were coming behind leads. They were down a lot, double digits. And I think you looked at that stat, they had like only like 40 minutes throughout that whole series, or 30 minutes where they actually held the lead in that series. It was completely dominated by the Lakers. They just finished out games way better. And I think they were coasting a lot in that series, and they kind of are trying to do the same thing here, clearly with the opposite effect now, because Minnesota ain't a team to fuck around with, because they do something that I think Denver have not faced in a very, very long time, besides maybe Miami. But they play fucking defense. They play elite level defense. They're the best defense in the NBA. And when you have Gobert playing game 1, making it hard for Jokic, you have game 2 where you have guys like Naz Reid that could come out, that can play that position well. Cat showed up big in game 2.
Well, more Kyle Anderson.
It makes a lot of sense why Mike Malone is fucking spazzing out, and he's coming out in the press conferences after games clearly distraught because, okay, you lose game 1. Bet, it's tough. Denver have a very good home record. I think in the last 2 or 3 playoffs, they've only lost 1 time before the Minnesota series against Miami, by the way. And now you lose 2 straight at home as the defending champs, and putting up that performance you had in game 2. That's fucking embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
No.
It's inexcusable.
The whole narrative on Denver could change, like in the next 2
Yeah.
games. If they get swept,
It
could look very bad for Denver.
As much as I don't really agree with those narratives, because I think Denver's a fucking fantastic team, and you have a guy like Jokic spearheading that team. It's a very good team, but it's deserved when you get swept. It is. You know, do I think they're gonna get swept? I don't think so. Could it happen? I wouldn't be surprised
It's very likely
because
Respect,
at
by the
this
way.
point.
there's nothing there that they shown me where I'm confident enough to them to that game 2 was fucking embarrassing. And you have a guy like Jamal Murray who we said last podcast, this guy in the playoffs rises. His level of play in the playoffs is legendary. It's this guy's like one of the best. And for him to do what he's doing in this series with the actions that we were talking about, that it's inexcusable. Michael Porter Jr., someone I heralded and said, "Wow, look at what he did against the Lakers." For him to play as well as
KCP's
he
getting
did,
cooked.
huh? KCP
KCP's getting
needs to do
cooked.
better, but KCP is not somebody I'm looking at to be,
No,
absolutely class.
defensively,
He's a great defensive player, and he's not doing that. But it's difficult to defend. A guy like Anthony Edwards. The best player right now has been Aaron Gordon. I mean, obviously Jokic, but Aaron Gordon's been the second best player for this team at this point, and that's not good enough. That's not good enough. So we'll see. Can Denver turn it around? I think they can. Will they? It'll be a that's a different discussion. So we'll see. Game 3 is going to be a big one. Let's see. These are the champions. Show us something.
Yeah,
So
I think. Listen, it's very important for Denver to not get swept here. Obviously, I still think they do have a chance, but it's very slim, very very slim.
Right.
Because those two performances, obviously away, like that's scary for Minnesota. Like all they need is one really, and it
Right.
could be a wrap. Um, but like I said before, though, like for Denver, it could look very bad because I think like the number of 50-win teams they face, and stuff like that.
I'm not. I don't really.
Bro, like it
I don't
does
put.
look bad to
It
lose
does
to
look
this
bad,
young
but
team.
bro, dude,
This is a
we talked
young
about
team,
this.
bro.
Ahmed, we talked about
Outside,
this. As,
outside
as
like Rudy
crazy as
Gobert.
it is, as crazy as people see this, we talked about it, and I remember going back and listening back to it because I wanted to understand what was my opinion on Anthony Evers versus Shai Gilchrist. But I made the take, and you agreed with it, that Minnesota can easily win a championship. They're a very good team, and I told you they have a good chance of winning a championship. These are not
I
bumps,
would
bro.
have been I
This
would
is
have
a
kind of been
fucking very
I would
good
have been
team.
shocked if they won the championship a little bit.
Really.
Yeah, I would
I,
have.
I, I liked I liked the overall structure of that team. I think a lot of people had a lot of
Like you're
doubt
telling me to
of the
trust
Gobert.
Carl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert for 4 rounds and to beat
When you got a
Denver.
guy like I listen, don't get me wrong, the elevation of Nas
That's
Reed to be the player that he is
yeah,
has
sure,
been amazing. Nika Alexander Walker,
sure.
he's been amazing for them. You know, Jaden McDaniels has been amazing for them. These are guys that we didn't really expect to show up and be those type of players, even though they shown signs last year. But obviously, looking at the Anthony Edwards being probably the best player in the playoffs, to his level of play has been insane. Carl Anthony Towns, game 2, he showed why he was the number 1 pick. Why a lot of people thought he was. There was this poll back in the day where most execs voted for him to be the player they start their team with. At
Yeah.
one point, it was him. He's a fantastic player, and he's been playing amazing, especially with Gobert out the game too. So the talent's there. Mike Conley, what a great pickup that was. As much as I'm a big D'Lo fan, getting rid of him and bringing in Mike Conley, that brings that vet presence, that point guard that can just do the dirty work, doesn't need to do anything crazy, leave it to the other guys. That's such an amazing pick for them. I mean, it's a very, very good team, and if they beat Denver, I do think they're the favorites, in
No, no,
my
of
opinion. I
course.
mean,
Yeah,
everyone's gonna
yeah,
say
of course.
Boston. Everyone's gonna say Boston. Of course, Boston's been good, but I know one thing as a Miami Heat fan: if you play defense against them, you make it physical, you take it to them, you give them trouble.
That's why
So
they don't want to see New York, honestly. But whatever. Uh,
sure,
listen,
makes
if you would
sense.
have told me like Anthony Edwards, is gonna perform like this, then maybe I would have said, okay, I'm not gonna be shocked if Minnesota wins. But Anthony Edwards has taken such a step forward. Like
Right.
he like just we talked about Brunson before, went from a really really good young promising player to an absolute superstar, potential face of the league guy. So
Right.
that's the main difference. But yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll
When's the
see.
next game on Friday?
Maybe tomorrow. I think.
Tomorrow?
Maybe
No, I
tomorrow.
think Friday.
Friday. Yeah, makes sense. Let's double check that.
Yeah. So let's get to the other West matchup. Dallas, Oklahoma. A little bit of a throwback. Back in the old days, you had Dirk versus Kevin Durant and them boys. First game, it's whatever. It was kind of a blowout. Or was a blowout. Lou Dort kind of put Luka in jail. How Tiku, like you always said, like you're like the worst player, or like the player you hate the most is like that white guy who like plays hard or
I-
whatever. Like
I
like
hate
Alex
it.
Caruso, TJ
Like
McConnell.
Caruso.
I hate
Grayson Allen.
I hate like the brick
You hate Grayson
brick
Allen.
player, strong defensive guy, bro. And all he does is hack. That's all.
Oh yeah,
Kind of hack.
yeah,
Bro, I
yeah,
hate
yeah.
those guys. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but like Lou Dort is a perfect example of that.
You know who was
And he is a
funny
great
enough
defender,
talking
but-
about? Oh yeah, he's amazing, and especially his dude. I remember a couple years ago where they were begging this guy to shoot threes. You remember that time? Begging him to shoot threes.
Yeah, look at
Now
him.
he respect him. I give a lot of respect to guys like that. Lou Dort, I get you. Do you remember Thabo Cephalosha?
Of course,
You
Thabo
remember him?
Cephalosha. Of course, the Swiss.
He's that motherfucker. I could not stand him, bro.
But he was
he's
more
like
of
one
like
of-
a specialist,
He wasn't like that brick strong
Yeah.
motherfucker, but he was he was a fucking hack. And people were telling me, I remember back in the day, they were like, "Oh, he's the guy. He's the one that's gonna stop Dwayne Wade when Oklahoma versus Miami. Watch this guy. This guy's not even in the league anymore, bro. Get him out of my face,
A
bro.
long time ago.
I just wanted to
brother,
say
he's
because
40 years old, so
His regen was
Huh?
like Andre Roberson,
Who?
bro.
Cephalosha.
Roberson, him too. Like guys like that, like bro, get these guys out of my face. The only motherfucker that I loved like that played like that was fucking Tony Allen, bro.
Tony Allen.
Gotta respect Tony Allen. Tony Allen, he cost Memphis a couple series, but bro, what a fucking 1-on-1 perimeter defender. Definitely like a top 5 guy. Though,
You know what it is
so-
about these players? The refs probably love them because they're like, oh, this is old school basketball, and they're just like, see these guys.
No,
strike
these
players.
those motherfuckers don't last in this league nowadays because the
Now it's
the
different. Now it's a different.
the
game.
refereeing is so
bro. And they can't
Yeah,
shoot. It's like,
and
bro,
when you do-
PJ
when you do
Tucker is
play-
the perfect example.
right.
Bro, that guy got like praised for getting lit up by Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant averaged 47
Yeah.
on him. He was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
he's really working out there.
Yeah.
I could work.
Yeah,
bro.
because
I could do
yeah,
the same thing he's
I
doing, bro.
remember that.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Well,
Trash.
coaches are
remember.
also better at.
But
Anyways,
you need guys
forming
like
teams,
that.
I think.
Anyways, let's
You
get to
need-
the game.
Sorry.
I
I
mean, I
thought of
didn't really
South
watch
Dallas
much of that
Stars.
game, but it was a blowout anyway. Shy kind of, he still hasn't had his his like coming out party. His
He's played well this
snap
series. I mean,
performance.
he's played well these playoffs though. Consistency.
Yeah,
has been
yeah,
very
it's
well for
obviously
him,
gonna be
you know.
tougher in
He's
the
doing his
playoffs,
thing.
but still, he
Yeah.
still hasn't done his thing, in my
Right.
opinion. Yeah, bro, Shet's so good, such
Yeah,
a good
amazing.
player.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams in the second half really
mean,
got going, bro. I think like once Jalen Williams got going, then he started making the threes, man. That was
he's
that was it.
he's a player that I don't know. I think I might have said this last season. I mean, last week in our episode, where I thought this guy, everyone was talking about him. I'm like, I don't really see
Told you.
much in him. But now looking at him in the
Bro,
playoffs, especially elevated his game. I gotta. He earned my respect as much as it matters. I mean, but he's a fantastic player. Respect
In
him.
my opinion, I think he's probably on the same level as a guy like Jalen Brown right now, right? And Jalen
Yeah.
Brown's like a top 20
I
guy
like that.
probably. And
I
I
like
think like if
Could be
Jalen
better
Williams
than
had
him
his
at one
own
point.
team, if Jalen Williams had his own team, he would be at like 35-5. He will be like James Harden, bro.
Ooh.
Like once he leaves, he'll be
Wow.
like James Harden if he leaves. But same press, you probably make the same mistake again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 1-0.
I didn't really watch.
Should be
I didn't really watch.
should be a really fun series though.
I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over for Dallas.
A lot of
I
people
mean,
are saying that the Maxi Kleba injury for Dallas is an absolute killer, and I agree. I mean, he is
I
such
agree,
an
yeah.
important player for them in the
yeah,
playoffs.
stretch 5. I mean, those
Yeah.
players, you need those guys. Even though I felt like Oklahoma are pretty undersized. I mean, I think they could have with Daniel Gafford, he could have probably Derek Lively if those guys would have showed up a little bit more. Um, we'll
Derek
see. The series is
Lively,
not
don't
over.
get me started.
Luka Doncic. I definitely think he's dealing with an injury.
Really?
I think he's been dealing with something. Yeah, they've been ever since the last series against the Clippers. I think he's had like a little bit of a knee injury, which makes sense. I mean, regardless, he's played
Yeah,
well. Not to his best, not to the level I think he could be.
he's
'Cause
been
I think
giving the keys to
Kyrie Irving-
Kyrie a lot.
Right, right. Yeah. A lot of the momentum swings were because of Kyrie making big plays, get the crowd into it, getting the rest of the players into it. But Luca can definitely play better than what he is right now. You look at the stats look amazing. But you look at his efficiency. Efficiency is not there of the level that you want him to be. I think he's shooting like 40% from the field. His 3-pointer's been like 20%. Definitely not ideal for a Luka Doncic, someone that we expect to just be at that level with Ant Shy, you know? So it's going to be interesting. We'll see the rest of the series. Oklahoma, respect to these kids because I didn't think these motherfuckers had it in them to. I thought the inexperience was going to get to them. I get it. The Pelican series was, not the hardest challenge. Respectfully, they're the number 1 seed, so that's expected. No Zion made it a little bit easier for them, but look what they're doing now. 1-0, taking advantage of home court. This
We
is
have to lose the
crazy.
playoff game.
This is crazy for such a young team. I think they're the most inexperienced team ever to win a playoff game, something like that, or a playoff series.
Playoff
Youngest,
series?
I think. They're like what, 20
Yeah.
combined age of like
Youngest.
22,
I
23.
think
They
it
are
might be a
very young,
playoff
man.
series.
They're
They're fucking young
kinda
as shit.
crazy. And their main guy is what, 25? How old is Shy?
No, I'm like, bro, like
25, 24.
if they didn't even acquire like Gordon Hayward, like it would be like average age of like 21.
Oh,
Yeah. And Gordon Hayward's like,
He don't even do nothing. Yeah.
you don't even do nothing. So
he's in the
the
coaching staff.
future for these guys can. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the finals. I wouldn't. I don't expect them to, but I wouldn't be surprised. And sky's the limit for these guys. Now, I think I said it last season. It's all about how to keep these guys together. How many first round picks they can get. If they could bring in an experienced guy, a superstar, or a star level guy that could play 2-way defense. I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like Jimmy Butler, if there's ever a situation where
They're not giving up
Miami.
no first round picks for Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler would easily get us 3 first round picks. If you don't think
But
so,
they're not
go
giving up.
find-
Sam
That's
Presti's not
fine.
giving up
crazy.
3 first round picks for a
Easily,
34-year-old guy who's
easily.
gonna like ruin the culture probably there.
What's the
Well,
culture
doesn't
part?
OKC have a shit ton of first round picks?
Yeah, they're fucking shit at like
Yeah, they're not
nothing.
gonna
man.
use
See,
it for
that's the
34-year-old
only
Jimmy
reason.
Butler.
Shouldn't hoard
That's-
that. Don't
I
hoard
would
that
not.
shit.
I listen. I would not, Ahmed. But
And
if you have such a young
nobody,
team, you
in
might.
the NBA would.
But it's such a young team. What do you need the first
Jimmy-
round picks
Ji-
for? Who are you
Jimmy
gonna pick?
Butler
Bro,
goes
like,
This
for
year's
Jimmy
3
draft was
Butler is
ass.
an
picks.
acquired taste, bro.
Any
Jimmy Butler
team.
is very lucky that.
No, Jimmy Butler's
has
not
been-
3 first round picks for any team. No way.
100%.
Not a chance.
100%.
Well, I
Not a
mean,
chance.
bro, like,
100%.
he probably
Are
is
you-
in
are you-
today's market. Like Drew
No,
Holiday
he-
went for 3 first
I don't
round
think
picks.
so. I think it's difficult.
Drew Holiday went
Drew
for 3 or
Holiday.
4.
Stop the cap, bro.
Yeah,
Let's-
but
let's be
but
realistic.
I
It's-
think
it's-
teams are rewinding on that a little bit. I
Sure,
think they
obviously,
realize.
but, like
I
they
think
should.
they realize it's stupid. Look
I
at
think
the
that
Paul
Rudy Gobert
Paul
trade-
George alone probably destroyed the opportunity of the first round picks flying
Well,
ever again.
Gobert went
Bro,
for how many first round
I
picks?
keep seeing that.
But
I
Gobert's a
keep
little more
seeing that
successful.
too. Obviously with the last series, but like people have to understand with that was
That was with
Shy
Kawhi Leonard
and all
too.
those picks for Kawhi and Paul George.
Yeah. I agree, 100%.
Like that's
Yeah,
huge.
I'm doing that move if I'm Clippers even now. Like,
course.
I understand.
Of course. The,
Like, it
the,
didn't
the
go on,
only
but-
thing has been injuries.
Right.
You know what it is,
Otherwise,
bro?
the-
People don't
yeah.
understand the circumstances ever. People love seeing numbers and going, oh,
Dude,
stupid,
no, everyone
stupid."
speaks
Like-
in hindsight. It's everyone's the
Still a great
greatest.
Even in
trade. Smart
hindsight,
move.
you still take that trade. Even in hindsight, you still take
course.
that trade.
Of course.
Kawhi and Paul George for Shy, bro. Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
Yeah. The injuries have fucked them over.
It happens.
It is what it happens. That's basketball.
Let's get to the East.
the East. Do we really gotta talk about Boston versus Cavs that much? I feel like
no,
this
we really
is
don't.
Boston should sweep the Cavs.
It's over.
I like the Cavs.
Should be a sweep.
Cavs are a great team, but Boston
Not really.
should sweep the
May-
Cavs.
Cavs are a joke,
Nah.
bro. JB Bickerstaff is getting fired the moment they lose.
Yeah.
Like Donovan Mitchell's probably gonna leave. Darius Garland has forgot how to play basketball. Jared Allen's currently hurt. Evan Mobley's like a disgrace. You know,
Definitely. Evan Mobley is somebody that Jared Allen,
he's
respectfully,
still
you
like
gotta
he's
give
still
him
a good
credit.
player, obviously, but
I'm a big fan of Jared Allen. I think he's a very good player. I think he's a very underrated player in this league. Evan Mobley is somebody that I thought had a lot of expectations to be the next great big man in the NBA. I did have expectations,
well,
especially
I saw
because of
Anthony
side of
Davis in him.
basketball. Yeah, I mean, Anthony Davis is a little crazy. But I understand
Oh,
that big
bro, like
athletic
people were
big
saying
man that can
Giannis, bro.
defend. No, definitely not Giannis. That's not. But that big, I thought he was going to be like a Chris Bosh, but like stronger, bigger than
Kevin
Chris
Garnett.
Bosh. That's what I seen. Kevin Garnett type guy. Obviously, his game. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just the coaching staff that just doesn't
Bro,
know
I
how to
just think
develop players.
Cleveland, like
JB
the
Bickerstaff. I mean, I don't understand how this guy has a job. I don't get it. I mean, there was a
bro,
nice little stretch that Cleveland were playing very well in, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I did Are they regretting the Donovan Mitchell trade?
yeah,
I mean,
yes.
I loved Colin Saxon's role in Cleveland when you
Laurie Markkinen.
right next to yeah, Lauren Markin and the way he's been playing. I loved his role next to um
Oh,
Garland. You know, I think a lot of Garland's level, his regression has to do with playing with Donovan Mitchell. And it's not the fault of Donovan Mitchell himself because he's an amazing player in himself. It's just that fits matter, styles matter. So I think they kind of over rushed it. And this is something I warned the Knicks about. You know, you don't need to rush into a deal. You really don't. You have a good young team. You have a good thing going right now. You don't need a superstar. Because look at Cleveland. Everything was rolling for them. Everything. You had good young players, good role players, guys that can get better. And now look at this, bringing in a guy that it's not a knock on Donovan Mitchell. I think it's more of a knock on the front office and the coaching staff for not making it work. And how does one guy ruin everything? But it is what it is. Respectfully, their
that
playoff
guy
team.
literally won like GM of the year, bro. Kobe, whatever his name is.
You know, he went to Utrecht. Kobe
Really?
Ultimate. Yeah, he went to Utrecht. Um, yeah, it's unfortunate. I think I respect them to get. I expect them to get swept, and maybe they get one if Donovan Mitchell goes off. But no way in hell do they win that series. I mean,
You
Derek
know what's
White,
crazy? Like I can't
this
stand
guy.
them as a team. Like it's almost like a like my relationship with Arsenal. Like I expect
Yeah.
them. I root for them in a way just because we dominated them last year. That it means nothing. Like this, like they're our children. But
Mm.
bro, like they probably will get swept. But if Jared Allen's healthy, that's what I hate about them. Like they're so talented. Even on the bench,
Yeah,
they can bring guys on.
Max
But
Strus
just their
coming in. It
coaching
was very
staff
big
and
for
like you
them.
exactly like you said, their coaching staff has to go. They're their front office. I mean, you have Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. That's your future right there, your
Mm-hmm.
homegrown future. And what do? For Evan Mobley, you bring in another dominant, like uh uh uh, like paint fucking guy, right? Jared Allen.
Presence, yeah,
And then for Darius Garland, you bring in a ball dominant guy like Donovan Mitchell. Just
doesn't make sense.
not smart,
Caris LeVert,
not smart
forgot about that.
things going on in Cleveland. Let's
Definitely
get
not.
to again the Knicks. We're watching right now. Jalen
Jalen
Brunson
Brunson's
came
back,
back.
right?
Yes,
Playing
Jalen
with the
Brunson's
broken
back,
foot. Look at that.
playing with a broken foot,
High stress
some
fracture. What do
Isaiah
we call
Thomas
it?
stuff. Um, and he's just knocked down a shot, up six. Just gonna ruin the 40-point game streak though. Stuff for the law, but whatever.
It happens. It happens to
Yeah.
people right
Listen, the
now.
Knicks probably have a chance right now. It's still very, like, it's not over until like 1 minute left,
Do you think the Knicks
and
win this
even then it's
series,
going to
Ahmed?
get crazy.
Are you are
What?
you are you confident in saying whether the Knicks can win the series or not, or are you scared you might jinx it or
Like
something?
people were saying, like bro, every Knicks fan that I thought was like, yo, we should beat the Pacers, but we know the Pacers are not going to be easy. Like offensively, they can get hot and beat anybody. But if Brunson's gonna perform like he does, we're gonna win. I'm sorry. And I think listen, game one, all those calls and stuff like that, get over it, bro. Like get over it. Like that shit happens to us all the time. All the time. It literally happened to us in that game. Um and honestly, bro, Indiana, like like the only thing about them, they're so young and like they they gave us that game in game one, and they did, and like they're doing it right now. Again, we're up 8 as soon as Brunson came in, it was a wrap. Well, obviously still a whole another quarter to go, but yeah. Best case scenario, 5 games.
5. Wow. I think it's possible.
I mean, bro, I
Sure.
thought we were gonna sweep Philly.
Yeah, but Philly's a different
That's how
story.
crazy that
Philly's a
was.
good team, though.
Yeah, but we should have swept them looking back, honestly. All those
I don't know.
bullshit.
I think
took a lot for them. Took a
I
lot.
think
I
the
mean,
Knicks
it could have easily went to like
Yeah,
7
exactly, but
games.
it took a lot. It
Easily,
took a lot for
okay,
them to
easily
get
went 7.
their games.
I think
Goes
the
both
Knicks
ways.
when
Too
it
much
comes
for
to
us.
Knicks versus Pacers, you have a very good team versus what can be a very good team. And so obviously the very good team should win.
They're the better team,
But-
probably, bro.
but-
They go way deep. You
I
got 10
don't know
guys.
about that, bro. I mean, okay, you guys lost Mitchell Robinson, right?
Yeah.
So it's tough to say.
But we have 6 guys we can rely on. We have Alec Burks out there,
Yeah.
like out of the last case scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Pacers. I
So-
mean, the Pacers definitely are a deep team, but
Well,
like
the
Obi
bench points is
Toppin
like
isn't
50
gonna
to
drop
2
20,
every game.
Obi Toppin isn't gonna drop 20 points a game, the whole series. Like this happened tonight because he's upset about something. I don't know what, but he's not dropping 20 points a
Oh,
game.
maybe getting traded.
I think quite obviously it's getting traded. But that's not gonna happen every game, bro. It's not.
No.
Like, come on, you guys should win. If
Yeah.
it goes more than 6, you guys will lose. If you go to Game 7, New York will lose.
Are
Guaranteed.
you stupid? If it's game 7, I'm like, that's over. We won.
Guaranteed you will lose. I'm
No.
I
willing
don't
to
know.
put
I thought
will
if you guys went to
crumble-
7,
They will
if you
crumble within the first half of game
wrong.
7.
If you
Wrong.
guys, well, I mean, listen, I mean, I don't think New York has been that well at home though. This
Bro, the
playoffs.
one thing about
Haven't.
the one thing about the Knicks, and I literally said, I think last episode, it was a spoiler in the words of Paul Heyman. When I said that the Knicks were gonna beat them in game 6, because you have to remember, after that game 5, the feeling around New York was like, yo, it's 3-1, now it's 3-2, 3-3, and they're coming back. It's you never know what's gonna happen. I said, bro, everybody calm down. We're gonna go inside Philly, game 6, and we're gonna. That's it.
That's-
See you later, bro. That's what we did.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm
Because
saying,
that's who the Knicks are, bro. Just when you expect them to be dead, just when you don't expect them to win, boom, the Knicks come out.
well, what I'm trying to say is that I don't think New York have been that well at home. Considering everybody talks about MSG to be this
They got one win.
how hard. But
We-
I'm saying you're
no,
looking
I'm
at
saying
game
we-
2. You're looking at game 1. I'm talking about let's go back to the Philly series. Game 1 was a very neck to neck game. I don't think
Oh,
you
I
guys
mean,
were
bro,
that much
it-
better, right? Game 2, we seen what happened at the end. You took care of business at 3-4 at Philly. That was your best games that series, in my opinion. Obviously, we seen what happened in game 5 at MSG. Game 6, you took care of them. You're looking at game 1, you guys weren't that well at home. Were you guys not?
What
You
did I
guys
say
stole that
last
game.
year, bro?
About what?
It
What
could
did
be
you say?
New York
Remind me.
Knicks versus Brooklyn Studio Secondary School, and at Madison Square Garden. It's gonna be a close game in the last 5 minutes. That's just who the
But
Knicks
what I-
are, bro.
what I-
That's
okay,
just
but
who
I'm
the Knicks are, bro.
I'm looking at
Not if
games.
Ahmed's playing for
the
them.
Knicks for the.
Hall
I think probably especially
of Fame.
Ahmed, in that
Hall of
game,
Fame?
would you go crazy? Would you honestly go crazy?
in the Garden.
in
Are you
honor,
absolutely
in honor,
mad, bro.
in honor
Yeah,
of your high
he'll
school?
go crazy. Maybe like 5 points, maybe by accident.
No,
Yeah,
but
they
listen,
they're thinking he's like a Make a Wish kid. They give him like a 3-pointer.
I'll take it.
Yo, honestly,
I would
bro,
too,
a
I'm not gonna
3-pointer
lie.
in a game 7 at
and
MSG.
and, M-
Give me
and
that.
MSG, that'd be lit. But
Give me that.
this
Ahmed,
series I
Ahmed,
have it. I
did you
have
catch
it.
that? Did you catch that? So at MSG, of course, Tiku says that. Tiku acknowledge the New York Knicks and MSG as
No, I'll
the
tell you this.
grandest-
I'll tell you this. No.
You
Hold
said
up.
it.
I'll tell you
You
this.
said it.
I never said anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Rangers, watching these playoffs, I love MSG. I love it. I get
Okay.
it now. As a Rangers fan, though, not as a Knicks fan, I don't get that.
Okay.
It's just bullshit. The Knicks
Bro,
be getting ready.
literally,
But
if
MSG,
you
when the
were true
Rangers
to
are
yourself,
locked in,
this is why you are like a walking identity crisis, bro. If you were exactly who you were supposed to be, you would be a Islander fan, because that's who
Nah.
like bums are, bro. They're
no,
Islander.
I don't worry about the Islanders when they're
That's
in fucking
if
Long
you're a
Island.
Net fan, you're an Islander fan.
Yeah, and Brooklyn Nets, I can
Yeah, but then in that
train
case, he'd
30
be a
minutes
Mets
and go to the
fan,
Barclays
right?
Center.
Right? He'd be a
Not
Mets
really,
fan.
because like the Jets and Mets.
B-Train,
are,
I
like,
could go straight to the
Jets
Yankees.
and Mets like
You know what I mean?
transcend that.
The
They're
Islanders are
massive.
playing in Long Island. What the fuck am I gonna do with the Islanders? I'm not fucking with them Islanders, bro. They're trash.
They were literally
They're
in the Barclays,
garbage.
bro.
Well, they were not anymore.
Many years.
At the UBS, they were because they didn't have a
Should've
place
been.
to go because they used to play at fucking Nassau Coliseum
Yeah,
for
Nassau.
for a very long time. Okay, but what I was gonna say, watching these Rangers, seeing MSG 6-0, shout out to them. Last time they went 6-0 in the playoffs, they won the Stanley Cup, so it's looking good. Shout out to Igor, the best goalkeeper. Second
I don't know
best
about that,
goalkeeper.
but I don't know about like he's thank
He's the
God
best
he's showing up
goalkeeper
in the
now.
playoffs. He's showing
Nah,
up.
he's
He's
the best
showing up in the
goalkeeper.
playoffs, but all year he's been
That's all you need.
up and down.
Well, the Rangers, I mean,
well, the
it is what it is. But shout out to the Rangers. I love MSG when it's the Rangers. I love it. I love it. I get it. I definitely get it.
If you weren't
When you're looking
biased,
at the
you'd love it
Knicks,
for the Knicks too. You do love it
Expensive
for
ass
the
tickets,
Knicks.
though.
That's why you're always
Well-
there after games.
Huh?
What?
Haven't been. That was legit 3 years ago. 3 years ago, where you guys won against the Hawks, and you guys got embarrassed. Embarrassed. That one win against the Hawks. You guys are so embarrassing.
Yeah, where's Leonard right now?
You guys are so gassed up.
What the Hawks at?
Anyway,
Where the Hawks at? They don't. They might make a move. But let me just say about the series. I'm
Go
keeping it
ahead.
short, sweet.
Yeah.
I have Knicks in 6. Could definitely see it ending in 5. Looking at that game 1, though, I seen a lot of red flags. I thought the difference in this series was we know Indiana are going to score and score. That's their thing. Rick Carlisle can coach an offense like any coach could have.
They're
Ever.
also gonna give up.
The thing is, yes. The thing is, I trust the Knicks to make those big stops that are needed in the playoffs. That's all it needs. You're never going to stop a team, completely shut them out. Get those big stops. I trust the Knicks to do that. I didn't see that in game 1. Like I said, I think you guys stole that game. Questionable calls. You talk about calls going against us. Those calls were in big moments for you guys. Not for Indiana. I'm saying those calls that they call, the kick ball, the fouls, the foul and the pick, those are in big moments, crunch time moments where the game could be decided. That's the difference. Regardless, that's basketball. That happens. Looking at game 2, looking a little bit better. Still a close game, relatively close game. I still think the Knicks could take care of business. We'll see. I still have Knicks in 6. Yeah.
Oh, well.
all right. Are we moving on, Ahmed, to Champions League? Are you sure you want to do it?
Showed up.
We have your permission. Okay, cool. Listen,
Respect.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. I really have no desire to shit on Bayern right now. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't have any energy.
I
in
am.
me. Yeah, I know Tiku will. And I'm glad he will, and I'm glad he has the energy for it, because I really don't. Because, like, I have never been – okay, so as a Man United fan, honestly, it's very natural to support Real Madrid. And I think I really did not care, because I wanted kind of Bayern to go to the finals, because I respect Thomas Tuchel as a coach, and I think him walking away with a Champions League trophy would have been a big slap to the face for the owners at
that would have
Bayern
been amazing.
and the people running the club. And it could have been a very real possibility. So I don't really care. Didn't really care what happens. Bayern lost in a very questionable way. I'm sure we'll talk about it. I'm sure Ahmed will talk about it. But Real Madrid, bro, there's just pure heritage, bro. Football heritage. They know how to get it done in the Champions League. They will get it done in the Champions League. And they played a good game.
Funny way.
I also
that's
think
a funny
it's-
way of saying black magic.
And
Whatever
Bayern-
they got, some shaitan shit, some jinn magic. I don't know what they.
I don't think so, man. I think they're just a good team, bro. Man United
I know,
used to have it. I know you're joking. What did someone tweet? Them and Bayer Leverkusen, if they were playing in the Champions League semifinals.
It's
Zip in the
Super
87th
Cup.
minute.
Shaitan himself.
We'll
Would
see
it
this.
Yeah,
We'll see
instantly
the-
on the field, bro. Nah,
Yeah.
it was good from both sides. I think it could have went either way the whole game. I mean, we saw it up until the 115th minute. It was a very good game. Two sides that I think it would have been great to see in the final. Obviously, Bayern lost. It's okay. You guys should have been prepared to have a shitty season anyway. I think getting to the semifinals was a bit of an overreach, given the season that you had earlier, for sure. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Real Madrid, good job. Not surprised. They played good. They played well. Yeah, that's it. Tiku, go ahead, shit on them.
Um, I won't shit on them for that game because I felt like the structure and the setup that they had that game was working. I thought they did well. Obviously, the Davies goal, what a goal by him. The goal 1-0, it was exactly what Tuchel wanted. Everything was going the way they wanted. Neuer was having a generational game, a game where you look at this guy and be like, yeah, he's one of the best of all time. Could be the best of all time. Big moments, big time. It was exactly a Tuchel game until the shot by Vinicius goes to Neuer. Neuer, unfortunately, I feel really bad. Falls out of 10. Jose Luga gets the thing. 1-1. You're thinking, okay, it's looking a little weird now. He had just subbed off Harry Kane, who was having a good game, missed a couple chances that you would think Harry Kane needs to score, but taking him off was like, damn, you need a goal now, and your best goal scorer is on the pitch. That was a misstep by Tuchel, one of the few ones that I would criticize him for that game. And then obviously we've seen what happened. They scored again, 2-1. You're like, whoa, what's going on here? It was an absolute. It was just typical Real Madrid when you get that one goal, you had to burn the Bernabeu, the energy, the crowd, the refs, questionable, are on your side, and yeah, and Real Madrid just get it done. Just it's like you say, the heritage in the Champions League. These motherfuckers just get it done. I don't think they were the better team. I don't. Obviously, they won. They weren't playing that well, I thought, until the end. And they just find a way to get it done. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Whatever that scoreline says, 2-1, 3-1, 0-0, 1-0. They just get it done. I don't know. Can we even explain why anymore? It's just like that's Real Madrid.
Well, I think when you assemble a team of some of the best players in the world
Right.
in the best stadium in Europe
Right.
with incredible fans, it doesn't make it that
And
difficult.
for sure, and with Carlo Ancelotti,
Yeah,
doesn't he's
one of the
he's
greatest coaches
he's
of all time,
what
if
for
not
sure
the.
top five, questionable, arguable. And the thing about Ancelotti I love a lot is that he gives the players freedom. He knows what players are in front of him, and he sets up a team specifically for what works out well for them. He's kind of like a juiced up Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, like juiced up in a sense, because he still has tactics behind what he does, something that Ole was criticized for. But yeah, I mean that's probably the best way to coach them. Zidane's did the same thing. You have the talented roster, talented players with that. Put them in the positions where they're best at, and just let them do what they do. And look at him now. Won the league by there was nobody even there. Girona, come on, let's be serious. Barcelona, let's be serious. Them to be in the final against a Dortmund team who I'm very questionable. I don't think are the best team. They played well with the easy running that they've had, run to the finals. Good for them. Now it's a
We'll
final.
expand on
Anybody can
Dortmund.
win.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
expand
we're
on
expanding.
Dortmund
That's
in a
why I
bit.
kind of want to just wrap it up a little bit. And respect to them. It's unfortunate for Bayern, but we can't talk. We can't go. Like I said about Bayern, this was the first year that they've went trophyless in how long?
12.
I think a lot of that has to do with the quote unquote Bayern setup philosophy. They're the most well managed team. I think we're seeing cracks of that. We're seeing some sort of dysfunction there from Nagelsmann leaving to who's that guy you always hated? I forgot what his name. Or
Niko
you liked him
Kovac.
a lot. No, not the manager, the guy that's the head of transfers. I forgot what his name is.
Ratzo.
Yeah, him leaving. Now there's some dysfunction there, and it's clearly shown. Now you're looking at the players that they brought in weren't the greatest. You're seeing a lot of players that they brought in before not living up to it. So it's going to be a very interesting summer for them. You're looking at their managerial search. I mean, how many players have they lost now? I mean, sorry, my apologies. How many managers have they wanted and are not going to be there anymore? Or not there anymore? I mean, we see Nagelsmann,
I mean, they want Ten Hag
uh,
if he's free.
Xabi Alonso, but now they want him because there's nobody else who is there to go. for?
The Ten Hag stuff.
I mean, Ralph Ragnick, you know what they wanted.
Ten Hag stuff was never concrete or anything. Wasn't
Right.
even close.
Bro, you guys are
Right.
gonna end up with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I would take Ole over Ten Hag in a heartbeat. Bro, Ole,
Disgusting.
like I'm looking back at it now. Like
Oh man, here we
I
go.
was
Ole
way
was not
too
that
harsh on
bad,
him.
bro.
He's
He was not.
bro. He's
Oh,
He
sometimes
did a
bro,
lot
listen,
with some shit
listen,
squad, man.
do I think he's
He
going
definitely
to
was
lead
not
us?
shit squad, bro.
Bro, do I think he's going to be like a top manager? No, but I think for a year, I think he could do a good job for a year. Yeah,
Not taking a
even
job
in a
for
club
year,
like
bro.
Bayern. But I don't expect him to be manager. Listen, let's get to the game. Obviously a very, very, very painful game to watch. Like I would say maybe outside like 2012 Chelsea, that was very, very painful, bro. That was tough. Which is kind of ironic because we gave Real Madrid their biggest heartbreak ever. Um, listen, game that first game, Bayern fans were kind of already saying that we should have went in with a 2-win. It should have been 2-1 going into the second leg. I was completely fine with 2-2. I predicted 2-2. I told Darden it was gonna be 2-2. That's is like it's always a 50. It doesn't matter Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, the standings, who they are. Anytime they match up, it's a 50-50 game. Just out of respect and just on the players on both ends. First game, I was fine, and even going into Madrid, I thought, listen, I would like obviously it's Real Madrid, it's gonna be tough, and I was even like you have to always stay focused because Real Madrid at any moment. I was aware of all that, and I still thought that Bayern could go in there and beat them. And for 88 minutes, we did exactly what we should be doing, and we left a lot of chances out there. Our front four attack had really no chemistry like at all that game. And a lot of people are saying, oh, like Real Madrid dominated, bro. I literally watched my team go into Man City, right? Like be the better team for 70 minutes, and what that got me was a 3-0 loss. So I don't really care about being like having the possession, dominating, whatever. It's about just winning on the day, especially when you're on like playing on hostile and scary away grounds. But yeah, Neuer, it's obviously very, very bad mistake, but it's like without him that game, like not much to say.
But you can't make those mistakes, bro. Regardless of how well
It's a
you
bad
play that
mistake,
game, bro.
but obviously without
It
him,
cost them the game. It cost them the game.
but without him, we're not in
Regardless,
the game. So,
but that, you're a goalkeeper.
I don't know.
Don't do that.
It was an absolute howler, bro.
So
Terrible
let's
mistake. It reminded me of
because
Buffon. I don't know if you
right.
remember against Juventus. He had the
Yeah.
same one. I think
Against
Casemiro.
Juventus. Yeah, against Real Madrid, you mean?
No,
No.
against Real Madrid.
Buffon did that against United, if you
He
remember.
did it against United with
Where
Lukaku.
he had with Lukaku. Yeah, he like Bob was
Yeah.
off him
Yeah,
against
yeah, it
Lukaku,
happened
but
too. Yep,
maybe
yep.
it was multiple times. But it's okay.
Bro, it
Can't have this.
happens, bro. They're goalies, man. It's like missing a
Doesn't-
sitter.
nah.
I'm not saying it should happen. It happens, bro.
It's
It
even
happens
worse
way
when you're
more
like
often than you
playing
think.
well. Like you're playing amazing and you're
Yeah,
doing
but it
stuff
happened in
like
the
that.
absolute worst
You just
moment.
you just ruin your
Yes.
game.
Yeah, it's
So
demoralizing.
I'm not
it's
giving you
annoying,
credit
but-
for how well you played, and you make a mistake that cost the game. Everything's neutralized. That unfortunately, that's the life of a goalkeeper. I get it. I understand it. You didn't need to do that. Cost them the game. So live with it.
Do you
But,
guys want to talk about before we go to the Dortmund PSG game? Do you guys want to talk about I don't know, Ahmed, did you finish or?
Okay.
I was gonna talk about the officiating. If you guys wanted to comment on
Like, what do you mean? Do we
happened.
have to, bro? That's like a huge fucking part, bro. Do we have to? Like, come on now, bro.
He's
Well,
mad
the-
now.
Up to, bro, up
He's-
to 90 minutes,
The floor is yours, Ahmed. Go ahead.
bro.
There
Up
we
to
go.
90
watch.
minutes, bro. I have no problem coming on here and saying congratulations, Real Madrid. You guys are amazing. Congrats. But to call that at that moment, bro, I'm not joking when I say like that ref should be investigated by FBI, Interpol, whoever, because to call that is so suspect, especially after the fact that Rudiger, right? They did not like they let him score and they wait till after check goal. Okay, whatever, great. Obviously heartbreaking, but whatever, it's a goal. Right. It was a correct call. That is, bro. You cannot defend that. You cannot defend that, bro. I
And
mean,
both
that
of
is
them made a
crazy.
mistake, by the way.
And
Both of
listen,
them made a mistake.
as Thomas Muller said it perfectly, respect to Madrid, but it's kind of a coincidence that it's always happening here, no? And it's not. And listen, I watch a lot of La Liga games. Happens there too. Like obviously, the last time we matched up with them, those offside goals. Okay, no VAR. Now we have VAR. Now we have VAR, and this guy is calling a freaking penalty. I mean, calling offside. Why do you have the? And it wasn't the only time. He could also like was the same thing on Davies, questionable offside. Whatever, wasn't not nearly of a chance. That is, and players are saying, "Oh, they stopped playing." Who stopped playing? The goalkeeper stopped playing, bro. Like it was within that whole sequence. It was like 2 to 4 seconds. Mueller off his head into the late goal. That's 4 seconds. All that happened right there at most. I mean, that is like a terrible, terrible mistake to do that at that in this stage, bro. Semifinal, everybody's watching. That is a joke. And they apologize. What is apologize? Like, what are you gonna do about apologize? That's a smack on the face. Apologize, bro. So congratulations to Real Madrid, Dortmund. Pray for Dortmund. Pray for Marco Royce. At least that would be fun for me. But man, bro, bro. I could see Dortmund and Wembley waiting for us, and it was destiny for us, taken away, in my opinion. Just because you have to give us a chance to fail, bro. We were failing. Okay, we were failing up to that last chance, bro. You have to give us a chance. And that last chance was clearly taken away from us. You cannot defend it. Cannot defend it. So very bad. But
I will say one
it's
thing.
Real
though.
Madrid, so you seen it coming, I guess.
I will say one thing. They were massively overtime when that happened.
What?
They were very far over time when that happened.
No. The ref
So-
literally said 2 minutes. I literally watched him, and he said at the 11th minute of stoppage time, 2 more minutes.
No, it was at
And
the
when that happened, that was like 12:50 something.
it was at the 10:30 mark when he said 2 minutes.
Like the goalkeeper literally like played it all the way back, and like there was multiple sequences after that too.
Okay.
Oh, they just kept playing on, like nothing happened.
Listen,
let's
it's
just
not
keep going.
excusable for sure. It sucks because
a joke, bro,
supposedly
to do that.
aren't these the refs? They were at the World Cup final. These
World Cup
refs?
final.
Like
He's a
these
good
are
ref
good
too,
refs.
but that's a
these are
hell of a
great
ref.
refs. But okay, the linesman
Sure.
puts his flag up. He shouldn't be doing that. Big mistake. But then
But
for the
why is he
ref to
doing
blow
that?
the whistle, for the ref
Why is
to
he
blow
doing
the
that?
whistle, is bad, bro. You should, bro. Like I don't know why he's doing it. It really doesn't make sense. It's like such a critical,
unless you have
crucial
to
mistake.
investigate.
I have no problem with them investigating. I don't think you're gonna find anything. I think it was a mistake. But
But that's such a bad mistake, bro.
It's a
and
horrible-
he did it like
yeah.
twice. Did it twice, bro.
yeah,
Did it twice.
so I don't know. Madrid has definitely gotten
And bro, and it
questionable
just like
calls.
marked. Like I would have
Nani
had
red
no
card.
problem up to that 90th minute mark. Had no problem saying Real Madrid, bro. Like absolutely amazing. 2 goals again. They did it. They did it. But that is very bad, bro. And you know, if it would have happened to them, they would have like crime, bro. Crime for days.
They could have
Whatever.
restarted
Well,
the game.
We move on. We
It's-
move on.
It's funny because Tuchel, I think I think
Yeah,
one
against
of his
Carlo, it
quotes
happened to
during-
him again before. I know.
No, but I think Tuchel had like a quote in a press conference that it would never happen on Real Madrid's side.
Oh, you know
you
for
can't-
sure.
You know, name me one bad call that went against Real Madrid.
And bro,
I-
and Real Madrid fans, oh, it's the same excuse every time we beat like a big team. What are you talking about? Stop doing it.
Yeah, especially against Bayern.
Yeah, this
history.
is getting outrageous, bro.
Let's
Maybe that's why we like beat up Barca so bad because like we're so mad at Real Madrid.
let's talk about Dortmund PSG. I'm gonna be real quick. Dortmund, congratulations. PSG,
Nah, I think
absolute.
Dortmund should get a lot of credit for that.
Dog
bro. Like
water.
Dortmund on
Yeah.
paper too,
But Dortmund's not a bad bro.
Solid.
Dortmund is not a bad team.
they're solid on
They're
paper.
exactly. Dortmund is
Mm.
like the Atletico
Solid.
of Germany, in my opinion. They're just a team that can be reliable when they need to be reliable or when they want to be reliable. So I'm not shocked. I didn't even have them getting out of the group stage, if I'm being honest. So seeing them go to a final is pretty crazy to me.
I think your exact words were, you didn't even give a prediction on the group. You said I don't even care about a prediction, but Dortmund will be last in the group.
Yeah, I definitely no. I'm open with it, bro. Like,
No, it's all right
I-
because
I'm
like
saying-
everybody probably thought the same thing.
yeah, and it's also alright because I'm usually 100% right about the Champions League, so
Yeah, of
I could be
course.
wrong once in a while.
100%.
Listen, Chelsea, we have it on video. All right, I had
That
Chelsea
was like the
called.
only time.
That wasn't the only
I think
time.
you got
And,
everything.
and bro,
else right.
and I think he made his official prediction second leg of the semifinal.
No,
Right.
not
Which,
true.
yeah, Chelsea's gonna win.
First leg of the quarterfinal,
Which is actually a great call because they went into
by the way.
they went to Madrid and beat them.
I think the main headline with this is Mbappe. PSG are never winning the Champions League. That's the main headline with this. PSG are never winning the Champions League. PSG fans, switch teams. Save yourself the trouble. Because first of all, you're getting no compensation for Mbappe leaving, right? So you're cooked right out. You can't even rebuild a squad. I mean, they have money. They'll be fine. But, like, what are you going to rebuild with? Surround Vitinha with a couple of good players, and then maybe you can have a chance. You are not winning the
Relax to
Champions League.
Vitinha, bro.
I don't think they even.
I
that bad.
agree. I hate
No,
how
I
much
mean-
Ray Hudson was like, bro, every minute of that game.
Oh no, Ray Hudson needs to go, bro. He was
Dortmund on
cool.
the
He
ball.
was cool
but
and like being
Vitinha.
sports, back then, but now he needs to go. He's a weirdo.
Nah,
now.
he's it was so weird. Dortmund was playing the possession and he was going, Vitinha, clearly the best player on the pitch here. What the
Yeah,
fuck, bro?
yeah.
He's not even on the
Well-
pitch right now. He's sipping water on the sidelines.
He's a
Fucking
good player.
relax.
Respect him.
He's a good player, but let's
He
relax.
is, but like, bro, yo, did you watch it, Tiku? Did you watch it with Ray Hudson on
Nah, I didn't.
insane
I
levels
think
of
at the end.
Yeah.
Blazing?
insane levels, bro. It was insane. Whatever,
That's
yeah.
funny.
PSG's
Yeah,
flip, bro. That's it. Dortmund, I hope they win. I used to
I
be a
don't.
fan of Dortmund, but there's a lot of
I
factors
don't.
of Dortmund that I don't like about them. Like I really don't care for
They
Royce.
robbed you guys.
I don't care for Sancho.
Sancho.
I don't care for
They didn't
Sancho.
rob
I
nobody.
really don't.
I really don't care about.
Do you
Sancho.
guys?
I feel like
but
this.
do you
narrative-
guys like give him praise for like reviving his season?
No, I don't care because
Brother,
way
he
his
has
en-
the same amount of goal contributions as Anthony, bro. What
Yeah, but his
season did he
performances,
save?
like, you have to watch the games.
His performances are not good either.
Performance.
He had one
he
good
has
game.
Bro,
good
he's doing exactly
One
what
good
they
game.
need
bro.
him to do.
He had one good game. One good game.
Ooh.
One. Second leg, he
amazing.
sucked.
There's a very good chance he comes back to.
Yeah, it was-
Second leg,
there's
he
a very good
sucked.
chance that he comes
I
back
don't
to
think he has a future at United, even with a new manager.
Whatever.
I don't want him.
You
to do
guys
that.
want to comment?
I
on this
don't like
quickly
the
so we
way-
can move on.
I'm gonna just say this
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
go ahead.
Sancho thing, and I have a couple things I want to say about PSG. Dortmund. I don't care how well he plays, and how bad Ten Hag has been. Ten Hag had the right, and the way he handled it was good with Sancho. All he needed to do was apologize for a clear dumb mistake, posting some bullshit on fucking social media. When all Ten Hag did in his time was cater to you. You went away for 7 months, whatever the fuck you were doing, dealing with whatever issue you had, and the team gave you that, and Ten Hag gave you that, and your way of paying him back was doing what he did. Go fuck yourself, bro. I don't give a fuck how well you play, how great you play, how much you're doing. I don't care. Ten Hag could get sacked tomorrow, and I'm there, and I want him to get sacked. I don't give a fuck, bro. What he did was wrong. So there's that. And I don't even think Sancho's played that well. I think he played well leg one. He did his amazing dribble pass. 2 players lose the ball and no end product to anything. So good for him. So going to PSG, I think you said something about how PSG sucks that they're losing money off that. I don't even think they even care about the monetary value of Mbappe leaving. I think it's more so like an ego or pride thing, where I think they were trying to double down on not selling him to maybe he's gonna stay. And
No,
now him
100%.
leaving early,
That's
it's like an
that's
ego
the
thing because
transfer
they can
aspect of
afford
it.
the money.
I'm talking
yeah, but
about the team aspect. Is they need to rebuild now because clearly superstars are not working for them. So they need a
I
lot
think-
of cash to build with a lot of players.
In my
like
opinion,
they
Oh,
can't
money-
they can't
money's
sign
not
a
an
player
issue,
for
bro.
80
this
mil.
year.
So you're right.
and
You're
money's-
right.
Money's not
I-
an issue, bro.
I overthought about it because PSG can literally spend whatever they would have gotten for Mbappe anyway.
Right.
So it doesn't
Right.
matter. And you're right. It's an ego
Yeah.
thing, but like I'm saying
It's an
in
ego
terms
thing.
of football, like they got to rebuild now
This could
and
be
they got to abandon the superstar process.
this could be the best thing for them.
Yeah.
If we're
Bro,
being honest.
I
It
think,
really
bro,
could.
in my opinion, they started the Mbappe rebuild this
Right.
past summer.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
100%.
and then this next summer they will really start to shape their own team. The like the Mbappe-less PSG.
That doesn't mean they're not gonna go for like big guys. I mean, I think Osimhen is someone that they're linked to a lot. I think they still are gonna bring big players, but we're talking about like superstar ego players. I think they're done with that. They got rid of Messi. They got rid of Neymar. Mbappe's leaving now. I think they knew what they were doing. Vitinha is a good player. Barcola is a good young player. They're gonna have Dembele is Dembele. You know, he'll be good. He'll be bad. That's the player he's been throughout his year. I think a lot of now what they need to do more so is that back line. I think they need to rebuild that. They need to revamp that back line, that defense. Marquinhos, Kimpembe, those guys. I think it's over for them in that sense. I mean, Donnarumma, does he have a future there? We'll see.
No,
It'll be interesting summer for them. I think they're gonna.
it's crazy.
I think this could be the way, depending on how they handle it, could be very good for them. Could
Yeah, I
very
agree.
good for them to change the way they're viewed in football. And maybe if they would have made it to the final this year, it would have been good. It would have been nice because you never know. So we'll see. Dortmund.
But
Go ahead, Ahmed. Sorry.
I also agree with Yoni that if you have Mbappe and you had Neymar and you had
You
Messi,
get the money, right? You might
then
as well
you're
wanna
not.
get the
No,
money
no,
for them.
no, no. But like
Oh,
you're not.
sorry.
Then you're not gonna win the Champions League final.
Yeah, it was like a FIFA mindset,
Like
and I
it's
always felt bad about Pochettino in that situation. It's really hard to build your team, your style with three players like that want to do their own thing. It's really hard. It's hard, man. You gotta at least have one of those guys that okay, you do what you want to do. Everyone else play the team. But when you have all three of them, it's very hard. So getting rid of all three of them, it's yeah, like I said, it could be a good thing for them.
Not to pull in a med, but I think I've changed my mind already. Tiga, you present a very good argument. I think PSG will win the Champions League next season.
Oh my god. Does this count to your 100% record?
Yes, this counts. Actually, we'll wait until the summer transfer window's over.
Fair
But
enough.
my English sucks. I take back my
Yeah,
statement.
we know.
Whatever the fuck, there's like a proper term for it. I take back my statement of saying they'll never win the Champions League.
I retract
I
my
retract.
statement.
There you
Yeah.
go. I retract
There
my
you go.
statement,
It's a-
and
I know more English than you.
thank you. That way,
Yeah.
when the season begins, I don't have to say that I was wrong. So
Right.
I'm not wrong if I say
Right.
PSG are gonna win the Champions League next season.
Interesting.
Yo, you
Interesting.
convinced me, bro. It was your
Good.
argument, honestly.
Yeah, it was a good.
I'm not
argument.
gonna lie.
And until they get bounced in like the group stage.
In the group stage.
Thank bro.
Yeah.
You seen this
'Cause,
this double dribble call they just called in next game?
I did.
What a disgrace!
I don't know.
They called it
I would
double
have to
dribble?
look at that. I would have
okay.
to double dribbles
Okay,
like the
he
funniest
changed
call
it.
I've ever seen. Okay.
Okay,
Jalen
nah,
Brunson's
good for you
at
guys.
25
Bro.
points, by the way.
This
Yeah,
is
more
this
than
is
half the
this
game.
is live. This is
Um,
live. Ahmed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Live
let's
action. Yeah.
we
Dortmund,
moving on.
Let me just say something about Dortmund real quick. Respect to them. Like you said, I respect you telling me I forgot that they were even in that crazy group with like what was it? PSG, right? It was PSG, right?
PSG, Milan, Newcastle.
PSG, Milan, Newcastle, and then them to even
Insane
get out
group.
that thing to go to the final. I respect that in that sense. I do think they had a easy road to the finals, but at the end of the day, you play what's in front of you, and they took care of business. It was never pretty. It was very ugly at times, but they got it done. So you have to respect that. They're in the final. Anything can happen, but you never know. So respect to those guys. We'll see what happens in the finals, but Real Madrid, you have those players on that team, Jude Bellingham versus Dortmund again. It'll be entertaining, but I don't think it will be that crazy. I mean, on paper, it looks like it's going to be a very boring game. So, not very excited for that. But I like the storyline or the narratives that they can present. Royce's last game, Jude coming back to Dortmund, playing against him in the finals. Ballon d'Or race. This has a lot of implications on that. Vinicius, Jude, who do you got ahead of either one? It's interesting.
Lionel Messi.
Uh,
Right.
just
ahead,
for
man.
Dortmund though, their coach, And in Turcix, I think a lot of praise. This is a
he's
job
not
well
bad.
done for him.
Yeah.
He was also very close to knocking off Bayern a couple times. So
But
uh, in
last
the
year,
league, which
where
is
they
way tougher.
where they
Um,
shit themselves in that final game, that was embarrassing.
Listen, he's I
That
think
was
I think
embarrassing.
he's really making him like a big name for himself.
Yeah, respect.
And just going back to Real Madrid real quick, the best way I would describe them, like bloodline Roman Reigns.
Right.
Like
Just find a way.
it's gonna be tough. But then when
Yeah.
you add like the extra dog magic,
Yeah.
the what? Exactly. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's exactly how I would
You know
describe
what's gonna happen. Same thing every single time. Happens all the time. You know, you got fucking Solo coming out of nowhere, just smashing you.
fucking Solo, bro.
It's fun.
Solo's like
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
100%.
That's a crazy.
That's
Yo,
funny. That is
wrestling
funny.
has really come a long way, bro. We're fucking comparing Real
100%.
Madrid to comparing
Love it.
Rodrigo to Solo Sikoa, bro.
Oh,
What's
WWE
next?
right now is better than any sport right now. I mean, I
Rudiger's
don't know if you guys want-
Tamatonga. Yo, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know
real
if you guys
quick, because
wanna talk about
I
it,
really
but-
want to get to trivia to the fours. France. My
Wow.
God, bro.
Amazing.
My God. And
you
this
can't.
goes.
You can't. There's not even an atmosphere in any soccer game that went up to that level.
No,
In my opinion.
bro. And I've been
Bro, it was
we've
literally
said on this
all night
podcast.
long.
We've said it on this not all night, 3 nights in a row, bro. And we've said it on
Right.
this podcast. America sucks.
Sucks.
We have the worst in
Yeah.
stadium sports fans ever. Like,
All
and I've
drunk
said it.
and
I've
413
said it
pounds.
so many times, bro. I've said it so many times, and France was just a
Yeah.
insane evidence. And I hope these wrestlers knock on Triple H's door and go, I will go to Europe for free. Like, fucking
Well-
book us trips and book all the pay-per-views there and book all the shows there, because
Yeah.
United States is dog shit. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's listen, it's all about the money, right? That's why America
Yeah.
is so powerful in terms of it.
Right.
France had the biggest gate in an arena ever for that
Yeah.
SmackDown, I think.
I mean, if you
So-
look at the Clash at the Castle tickets, those shits like I think the buy-in just to enter was like 300.
Insane.
So,
So,
I mean,
whatever. France, good
And
shit.
there's a lot of people. A lot of no, it was the camera was shaky, bro. It's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these PLEs in the upcoming months are all outside of the US.
Next, I think like
I think
SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Yeah, SummerSlam's Cleveland. You have Clash of the Castles, and you also have Bash at Berlin, who are both European scenes. So it'd be interesting. Respect. I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, am I pussy, bro? Like, I mean, how are these motherfuckers so much louder than us? You know?
No, bro. It's like I've
I mean, you
I've
were
always
scared to
thought
come
like
to the
imagine
Cosmos
going to a
Ultra
big
section,
game
so.
and then you bring those like fires, like those red fires,
I
Pyros?
think
pyros.
Yeah.
Ahmed, you
Flares,
were-
sorry.
were-
Flares,
Ahmed, were
flares.
you ever at a Cosmos game with us when we were in the Ultra
Cosmos?
section?
No,
Yeah, you were.
Never went to the Cosmos game.
I'm pretty sure
Nah,
you were.
Coney Island?
Whatever. I mean, if
I
you
don't
I'm
did-
there to
he
watch
was.
Pele, but he's not there anymore. So
Yeah, like maybe like 40 years late.
I don't know
think-
why I remember you there.
how about the
Okay.
Knicks, bro?
I don't
How
think
about
we were there.
those?
There
How
was a
about
lot of
those
people there.
Knicks?
Let's
2-0.
bro, we packed it out with like
Cool.
30 people. Let's Ahmed, let's run through UFC 301 and then we'll get to fours.
Yeah, bro. You said it was a decent card. It was a horrible card. Let's just call it what it was.
I'm
bro.
not gonna
I
lie.
That was
didn't
a
watch that
horrendous
shit.
card. Not
I don't watch
not
that
much
bullshit.
going on from the beginning. How about my predictions? How about my predictions? To pick Anthony Smith to win by submission. I should be
Oh, that's
drug
a good call.
tested and like put in a lab, bro, to be tested or something, bro. That is insane. To pick Kai Barao, obviously first round KO is not crazy when you're fighting Paul Craig, but I picked him. I picked Michel Pereira first round finish. He subbed him. Jose Aldo, I picked Jose.
Shout out
Come on, bro.
Jose, man.
Jose,
Shout out Jose.
come on, bro. Like he'll beat Jonathan Martinez. Give him a guy like Figueiredo or those other guys, maybe not, but Martinez, come on. Even though Martinez was on a hot streak, Pantoja Urzek was a close one. I picked Urzek just because he's Australian and they know how to game plan for a 5-round fight, and I knew it was gonna go 5 rounds, so I thought he would do enough to win in 5 rounds. But Pantoja, tough motherfucker, uses wrestling, got the job done in front of his fans. Couple defenses now, good for him.
The decision was never gonna go his way. Urzek. in Brazil. It was
Say
never
it
going to
again.
go
Oh
his
yeah,
way.
for sure. Like yeah.
I'm saying it. Yeah,
No,
the
no,
decision,
but yeah,
refereeing,
like
it would never go his way. Even though,
maybe.
unless it was like 100% solidified, which it wasn't.
No,
I
I was
mean,
thinking more of like Volkanovski versus Max Holloway back in Vegas
right,
the first time they fight. You know, it was kind of a
right.
maybe it wasn't 5-0, but he won 3-4 clearly. Um, so yeah, prelims nothing crazy. Jack Shore, bad loss. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
talk about
listen, it
Canelo
wasn't.
and Inoue,
Yeah, let's talk
two
about Canelo.
boxing
I mean,
royalty.
yeah, I mean, these are guys who I have in my top five pound for pound list. Um, Canelo, another performance where he shows himself as one of the greatest fighters ever.
The
Um,
resume is getting up there.
the the resume that I've been, you know, praising for a very long time. It's clearly a top 10 resume of all time. I think I tweeted that, and I do believe that, and it can only get better. He's 31, 32 years old. He has a lot of years left if he wants to box. And considering what the future could
He's only
hold,
32.
yeah, he's young, bro. It's nuts. He's been in boxing for a very long time, considering when he fought Mayweather to now. The way he's doing his thing, man. I love Canelo, and it was funny because at a point I was the biggest Canelo hater. To get to this point, I think a lot of that had to do with leaving Golden Boy. Probably changed my opinion, but that fight, the kid that he fought, Minyaga,
Munguia.
Minuguia. Sorry
Munguia.
for not pronouncing his name
Munguia.
correctly.
Munguia.
I thought he fought well. I thought he
He's a
fought
good
very
fighter.
well. I just feel like his power didn't earn the respect of Canelo. And I think Canelo fought in a way where he was taking punches, but he took it. That was part of his game plan. He's like, I'm going to take punches. I'm going to crack you back. I'm going to take punches. I'm going to crack you back with harder, more impactful punches. Clearly, the power difference was there. I think Canelo didn't go as hard as he wanted
I
to.
was just gonna
I
ask you,
think,
do you think that Canelo took
oh,
the
definitely not.
gas off?
I don't, no, 100%, 100%, 100%. I think he's seen this kid was a good, respectful Mexican fighter. Didn't really want to embarrass him that much. I mean, the kid was undefeated. Kid's good.
Khabib-esque.
He was not no bum. I feel like people are just like
No, no, no. That was a good
killing
fight. That was gonna
Canelo.
be a good fight.
It was a great fight. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that
Just by
fight.
the
All
odds,
12
like
rounds. Right. And the kid's undefeated fighter, 30 something, I believe, or 30 or 40.
no,
He's a good fighter,
yeah, a
and I
lot of wins
and
undefeated.
and,
Yeah.
and I knew about him before this fight, and I was like, this is a good fight. Everybody's talking shit about Canelo not fighting Benavidez, not fighting Charlo, not fighting
Well,
this and that. It's a good fight. And listen, I know there's better options, but the way Canelo operates, this guy is making bank with the Drazen deal that he signed a couple years ago. He's making bank whoever the fuck he fights. So I don't really blame him for doing that. So it'd be interesting to see the future for Canelo. Obviously, we want to see that Benavidez fight. I'm hoping next year, Cinco de Mayo, same time next year, him against David Benavidez. That could set up very
why
well.
that long?
Now, they're talking about him versus Buck Crawford. I get it. I get it. I don't like it in the sense of I think Canelo's just a bigger fighter. But
No,
fuck it,
he's
bro.
fighting a light heavyweight at
Who?
most.
Who? Canelo? Yeah, he
Yeah,
fought
he
light
fought
heavyweight.
light heavyweight.
Yeah, fought light heavyweight
Like
against
at
Kovalev,
worst
Bivol.
case scenario, he'll probably get down to like super middleweight. That's like
Yeah,
two weight classes over.
yeah,
I mean, I like
yeah.
both, and I think it will be a good fight.
It'd be a
I
good
would love to
fight,
see
man.
that,
You gotta respect
but not right now.
if Bud Crawford wants to do it, if Canelo wants to do it, I'll watch it.
Even though
But now that
Crawford is old,
I,
Crawford.
yeah, he's older, but I want to see it. I mean, if like I said, if they want to do it, and if
Yeah,
the
I don't
money's
mind.
right
Fuck
with
it.
this guy, I forgot what his he's Ameri Qatari, this Turkey guy,
Who?
this guy that makes all these fights in Saudi Arabia,
Oh, Saudi Arabia.
the Turkey, the guy that everyone says my excellency, and they fucking glaze the fuck out of this guy. If he is this guy is talking about he wants to make a one promotion for boxing. He kind of wants to make like a single entity, like a UFC for boxing. That'd be very interesting. Uh, Obviously, I don't want the same issues of UFC like with fighter pay and this and
That's not
that.
gonna happen.
It will never happen because one, this guy, the Saudi Arabian guy, has shitloads of money, and two, boxing is never gonna get to that level because these guys are making too much money off promotions.
They have
the fight
leverage.
itself.
The fighters
is
have
that-
leverage. They have no
they have
reason
way
to
more
put
leverage.
themselves in that scenario.
Exactly. But I think what this guy is trying to say is that he wants to make a single entity so where they can have a certain ranking that's like the one and only thing. Like, there's not really
Yeah.
a ranking similar to the UFC where we look at, oh, these guys should fight this
It's gonna
guy.
be like the live
Bro,
field,
I've
right?
said it a million times. Boxing's biggest problem is it has 50 different titles, 50 different promotions.
You can't say that.
Bouncing, it's such a problem.
The
Tiku.
promotions,
you cannot,
okay.
you cannot
the
as a
many
casual
classes
keep
don't-
up.
I
You
don't-
can't keep up.
Okay, sure, but you need to understand
Too
that
many belts.
the two, you could say that, but there's so many more people in boxing. There's not.
No,
it's
I
like
agree. I'm
UFC.
just saying, like,
It's
that's the
not.
argument.
I get it. Okay, that's fine. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. It's not fine. You're missing out on good boxing. People saying there's no big names. In a way,
Yeah, bro.
we're gonna
A
talk to
casual
him.
is gonna cry
Who
because
this
they're
guy is
missing out on
fighting-
boxing, bro.
Yeah, they
bro.
are. They
No,
are.
they're not. They don't
missing out,
care.
in
They
my
don't
opinion.
care enough.
In my opinion, high level boxing is better than any UFC fight. MMA. Sorry,
No, oh,
Mhm.
It is.
God.
it
I
is.
don't know.
I think
I
everybody
would
loved
like
Ryan Garcia
I
versus
agree with
Devin
you.
Haney.
I agree with you that there's something traditional and better about watching like Crawford and Spence. That was special. There was nothing like
That
it.
was
Special.
like
Canelo and
a
Floyd
gem.
and Canelo and Pac. Floyd and Pacquiao. That was special.
Canelo, Triple G.
But in terms of excitement, a UFC main event for the championship is like a game 7. There's nothing. It's as good as anything. Like
I think
Khabib
that would
versus
make-
I'm
I
a
think this
boxing
would
purist.
make
Come on.
a fantastic
that's-
5 on the clock segment. I think we should.
what?
Well, I mean, it's very opinionated, so maybe not.
subjective.
A
I mean,
boxing-
I've been
boxing super clash or a UFC super clash. Which one is more entertaining?
100%. I think boxing, but that's a discussion in another level. When you're looking at it from, listen, I'm telling you right now, bro, UFC. You're looking at the. I'm looking at the current champions, bro. I'm looking at guys that are like,
Bro, everybody, bro, like Max
I'm
Holloway is
serious,
saying it.
bro.
He goes, the easiest sport is mixed martial arts, like, and he's not wrong because a lot of these guys are so like one dimensional, like and stuff.
Right.
So, like
I'm
O'Malley's
just saying,
like,
if this Turkey guy, if this guy is actually serious, and he's very passionate about this thing, if he really wants to, I do think we're entering a new era of boxing where these big fights that we want are going to happen, and I'm just so happy. I love boxing, bro. I can't wait. We're gonna see Lomachenko this weekend against Kambosos. That's gonna be a great fight. Lomachenko is one of the greatest boxers I've ever seen in my life, and to see him at this age, hopefully he still has a little bit left in him. In a way, I was up that fight Monday morning, like, holy shit, what the fuck are they doing on a Monday? I think it was a bank holiday for Japan.
bro, every time
dude.
he fights.
No, not on a Monday though. Not on a Monday.
On a work day.
Monday it was. That's what I'm saying. Guess what? Tokyo Dome, 50K, jam packed to watch this fucking guy put on a show. Got knocked down the first round. Shocked. First time he got knocked down in his whole career, and first time in 54 or 60 something rounds where he got outstruck in a round. So I was like, oh shit, whoa, he's in different territory than he's used to. But that woke the monster up. What he did the next couple rounds was just pure boxing greatness. This guy is one of the best of all time. You cannot doubt this guy. What he's doing, you look at the top ranked fighters in that division, that flyweight division, he's beating all of them. There's 2 guys left. Sam Goodman, who he's going to fight again, and some Uzbeki guy that I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. Akamiladov or some bullshit like that. Respect out to him because he's a good fighter himself. If he fights those guys, he wiped out a division where multiple champions are at, where we've never seen this. We've never seen a guy just demolish at this quickness these guys that he's fighting. After he fought Fulton, I'm like, this guy is the real fucking deal, because everyone's talking about Fulton. He's the American guy. He's there. That's gonna show him that there's levels to the shit. And he got his ass whooped. So hats out to him. Respectful guy as well. His entrance was dope. He's got that aura. He doesn't need to come to the United States. A lot of people telling me, oh, he needs to come to US to show his level. He came to the United States before. He smashed the guy there too. But why would he need to go anywhere when he's selling out 50K, bro? How crazy is that? That's crazy, bro.
He's a big deal in Japan. Yeah.
So, respects out to him. I
Well, he's
would
a big
like,
deal in the world. Like he's recognized
yeah,
as arguably the best fighter in the world. Like people
right, yeah.
think of him like that.
If it's just interesting to see what he wants to do. If he beats those guys next, I mean, what does he have to do left? What does he have
Bro,
left in that division?
is it possible for him to go up? I know. Like
It could go up. I just don't think he's gonna be a guy that's gonna go to like welterweight. I
no,
think
no,
the
no,
max
no,
they can go because
nah.
he's 5'5". Listen, he's not Manny Pacquiao, bro. Manny Pacquiao was a different level, legendary, all time great, which I think in a way could be, but he's not. Maybe he could go up, maybe to like 130, maybe
Like featherweight.
130, maybe could be
That's like
there.
one division up. I could
126.
see that
I think
because
either
there's
he
that
does
kid
that,
Figueroa.
wipes out the yeah. But
I could,
now
that's good. That's a big fight too.
I think the fight that should happen next should be against Jesse Bam Rodriguez. He's a flyweight. He's somebody that he would need to go up in weight, but this guy, what he's doing as well, respectfully, could easily be a top 10 pound for pound fighter. This kid can go. He is that great where I think that could be a true challenge to Inoue. And if they could do that fight at Ahmed, I'm getting into your bag with UFC. If they can do that fight at Dodger Stadium with all that Japanese fan base, with Otani there, with all those guys that be there, I think, and LA with Jesse Rodriguez is I think he's American. I think he's American, but with a Hispanic Mexican heritage. And we know the Mexican people
SoCal?
in yeah, I think he's from Texas.
Oh,
Texas represents America, but he has Mexican heritage, so that'd be a big fight. And let's do it. This is what I'm saying. I love boxing, bro. It's gonna be so amazing. And if they could do that fight, I think that's the fight to make. If you want, in a way, if you don't believe these guys are like big names that he's fighting, even though they're multiple time champions in that division, Bam Rodriguez, let's do that. It'd be
and like you
interesting.
said, we have Lomachenko and Kambosos this week, and in 2 weeks we have Fury versus Usyk. And after that, I think
God.
there's not a big fight after that. So we are set up
It's
well.
we are set up fucking amazing, bro. I'm excited. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
All right. So let us move on to fours. All right. So this is one that I made a while ago, and I was hoping to present it. A while ago, but I think it's still gonna be fun. It's gonna be an interesting one. So just to explain what's going on, right? Fours is basically a game where hold up, I can switch. Cool. All right, you guys don't know what's happening right now, but I just switched the screen to fours. Cool. So fours is basically a game where all the hints lead to clues. The clues lead to the final answer. Both contestants open one hint at a time, numbered 1 through 4, under any of the 4 clues, lettered A through D. After opening a hint, they can take a guess at any of the clues, right? So it doesn't have to be the one that they're opening under. If they get it right, they can then make an attempt on the final answer. The cycle repeats until all the hints are open, all the clues are guessed, and all that is left is the final answer. All right? So we're going to start this one out. If you guys have pen, pencil, paper, whatever it is you have,
I'm good to go.
You're good to go. Yo, he's locked in. This is actually
I'm
scary.
locked in. I'm in. I won last time, even though fake ass Secaucus, fucking New Jersey,
I won.
coming out saying
Bro, I won
that
without even trying.
the VAR was saying that Ahmed won. Bullshit. I don't give a
That's it.
fuck. I won.
VAR ruled in my favor.
Yeah,
First
you're
time ever.
like Real Madrid and I'm Bayern. So
Oh,
fuck out of my face.
what a turn of events. So,
Yeah. See how I flipped
who
that on?
who
him?
went first last time?
I don't know. I think it was me.
Shit.
I think it was me.
It was you.
I think that's just mine. I don't really know.
All right, so Ahmed, you get to go first this time. Ahmed, you remember how it goes?
Think so.
Cool. Ahmed, pick. What do you want to open up? Clue A hints, clue B hints, A1, 2, 3, 4.
Clue A.
Well,
Was it A1?
okay, A1. So we're gonna do. Hold up. Let me reveal A1. All right. A1 is nail.
What?
Nail.
Nailed?
Nail. Nail. Nail.
Like a nail.
Like a nail.
Oh, like
And
a
that's
nail. Like
A1?
this.
That's A1?
That is A1.
Or nail like a nail on your fingernail?
Brother, the word is the word, man. I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
okay, sorry.
Do you want me
bird
to
is
start
the
the
word.
You want me to give you the final answer?
No. Obviously not.
It's
Please
crazy.
wait.
Oh, that's what you talking
Okay. I
So,
would like to do.
Ahmed, do you want to take a guess at the clue?
about.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Why
Of
not?
course not right
Just
now.
do it.
I
Nah,
mean, you
man, just do
can.
it.
You
Come on,
have
bro,
a guess.
Nail.
Yeah.
Nail.
That's your
What
guess
am I
at
gonna
the clue?
possibly think of
Okay.
about?
All right. Go, Tiku. See, I would just let it fly, but that's just me.
Let's do D1. Pause.
B1?
D
Alright,
D D D D
D1.
D, D.
Okay, hold up. Let
D1.
me
You
open
know,
up
D1
D1.
athlete. Like.
Habib.
Whoa. Okay. Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I guess?
Which one? What do you want to guess?
Winner. The whole winner. The whole winner.
You want to guess
Islam
the entire
Makhachev.
winner? No.
Islam Makhachev. Fuck.
No.
Do it. I don't really like lose
All right.
anything, right?
Go, Ahmed.
Let's go with B2.
B2. Ngannou.
Okay. What are we doing here? You see, now I'm interested. Ahmed, are you guessing anything?
No, I'm gonna keep going. Good.
Okay. Because now okay. So we got two fighters. Now
So right
it's
now,
very
right,
interesting.
the hints we have opened up are A1,
Yeah.
which is Nail,
Now-
B2, which is Ngannou, and D1, which is Habib.
So
Now,
you
just
gave
to
me two
remind
UFC
everybody-
fighters. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Two UFC
But you
fighters,
gave me-
but in different,
now this
different
is
clues.
now I'm interested in what A is. So give me A4.
Okay.
I
So
wanna
just to
unlock
remind
that.
everyone, these hints that we're opening up are hints for the clues, and then we use the
Right.
clues to get the final answer.
Right.
A4, you said, right? I hope you said A4 because I
Correct.
opened up A4.
A4.
Okay, cool.
A4.
Thor.
4?
Thor. Thor.
Thor.
Thor.
Okay. I thought you said 4. I was like, okay, well, that's the
Nah.
thing. Interesting. Nail, Thor, and Ngannou could be. You're a fucking weirdo, bro.
Well, they're not all linked
I don't
necessarily.
give a fuck.
The hints don't have to be linked.
I don't give a fuck. You're a weirdo.
I'm gonna go
Ahmed,
with
go.
C1.
C1. Ahmed, why do you refuse to okay, whatever. You know, everybody plays the game differently.
I don't really
Superman. C1
Superman,
is
interesting.
Superman.
Interesting. You see, I'm trying to lock what the fuck A is because now it's even intrigued me more with fucking Thor. So give me A2.
A2. By the way, before you guys, if you guys get like a realization, please
Yeah.
announce what you're unlocking. Don't just scream
Okay.
out like the answer of the clue.
Yeah. Ahmed.
A2
Oh, so-
is hit. HIT.
Hit.
Hit.
What?
Okay.
Hit.
What is it?
Hit. HIT. So as of right now, the hints we have opened up are under A, nail, hit, Thor. You still have A3. Under B, we have everything still closed besides Ngannou, which was B2. C, the only one is open, C1, Superman, and then clue D is Habib 1. D1, hint number 1 under D is Habib. Everything is still to play for in D.
Alright, let's finish up A3.
A3 to finish up A. The last one is Jack. The last hint under A is Jack. So we have nail, hit, Jack, and Thor.
4 and nail.
Are you picking anything, Ahmed? Are you guessing? Or no?
So while Ahmed is thinking about that, SVS has an actual sponsor. Like, we're talking legit. We're not talking about water bottle to the screen, right? Talking about an actual sponsor. Leonara Hookah, all right? It's your go-to for all your hookah needs. Fantastic hookah brand. We vet our sponsors. Like, we don't just take any sponsorship that gets handed to us. I'm talking a fantastic hookah brand supplying at the retail level, the wholesale level. If you have a hookah lounge, they got you hooked up. If you need a custom personal hookah, I've seen it. Their Instagram page, which we will link, has some fire stuff that they can make for you. All right. I got one of their products with me. I couldn't wait to open this up. Right. This is what I was told. I was told this is proper premium plastic, and we did our vetting. Felt it. I didn't use it yet. But I felt it. It was great. Good material. You could tell it's not made out of something that's like recycled, cheap material. It's proper. I got my Cobra tip here. This is I had to keep this one. We had to sort through what we wanted to keep from it, and I had to keep this one. This one was really cool. I know Tiku's got something on his end as well, if he wants to talk about it a little bit.
Of course. If anybody's an avid hookah smoker, they know the most essential, most important thing is the coal. And absolutely, this is the greatest think I've used. 100% coconut lasts a very long time. That's what you need. You need them to last long. You need them to take the flavor out of the flavor that you have in the hookah. And I really enjoyed this product. Thank you guys, Leonara. Amazing stuff. Really appreciate what you guys. Great products, great stuff. I recommend our viewers, if anybody, try them out. Hit them up. Instagram, website, I believe. Right.
We'll link it. We'll link it. We'll link it. For
link
sure.
everything.
Yep.
Thank you guys from Leonara. Amazing products. Yeah.
And there's more to come. There's more to come.
Yes.
Ahmed,
Of course.
have you gotten anywhere with Clue A? No? We'll pass it to Tiku. All right.
Yeah.
Tiku, who
Well,
do you
I'm not
want?
gonna guess.
Okay.
Let's do, because now this is so interesting, because MMA fighter, Superman, then A. I don't know what the fuck's going on with A. So we gotta try and figure out everything else. So I'm gonna go with because yet again, Superman doesn't really make sense to me, besides maybe one thing, but I don't know if that's the thing that you're thinking or that's the thing. Whatever.
You know what's funny?
Give me
I
C2.
guarantee you what's gonna happen is Tiku's gonna
What?
like pick this apart, and Ahmed's gonna
Yeah.
guess the final answer. I guarantee.
100%. It's fucking annoying, and it's
This is-
definitely
this
gonna
is,
happen.
Bro,
I know.
just let the fools do all the work, and then I just win.
Right. You lost last time,
See-
by the way. I don't know why
literally
you
won.
talking. No, you
See,
didn't.
Defeated,
you
You
haven't
didn't.
lost.
I'm pretty sure I won. Anyways,
is
C2.
Firefighters. So we have Nail Hit Jack Thor under Clue A. Under Clue B, we have Ngannou for B2. Under Clue C-
Firefighters, you said?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
So under Clue C, we have Superman for C1, and then we just opened up Firefighters on C2.
Sure.
And then finally, Clue D has Habib in D1.
My only clue for like C4 is like, you know that meme like when they
C4?
during COVID? No, for C, my bad. For box C was, you remember that meme where it was like the COVID people, like the COVID nurses, and they were like surrounded by like Marvel characters? Like they're the real heroes. And that's the only thing I could think of, but instead of like the COVID nurses, it's like fighter.
So
Like
what's your
firefighter.
guess? Nurses?
I'm gonna guess and say Roman Reigns. I don't know.
What the
I don't know.
Absolutely
I'm
wrong.
guessing it's not. No,
Ahmed, I don't
absolutely.
think the fools are gonna do a lot of work for you this time.
Yeah,
gonna
no,
go-
I'm really
I'm
lost.
gonna also guess. I'm gonna go with Justice League or like Marvel or something.
That's
Well,
the
why
guess for
don't
what? The
you-
final answer?
For C, I'm saying.
No.
Well, how about you like?
Well, yeah.
ask
Why
for a
didn't
clue?
you just open up a clue first?
This guy just went straight. He's like, "Fuck it." I don't blame him. I
Open
went
up a
Roman
clue.
Reigns.
Open up a clue,
I don't.
Ahmed.
C3.
Okay. We'll pretend you never said Justice League. C3
Yeah,
is
well,
Batman.
That's even worse than mine.
Now you
You
can
see,
guess
I
Justice
just-
League and it
I-
won't look
I
crazy.
don't-
You'll be wrong. but-
No, it's like I don't get it now.
All right.
This is kind of tilting me out.
Tiku. Okay, Ahmed, guess.
No, yeah.
No, he guessed. No.
Yeah, okay. We'll
No,
pass
he
to
guessed.
Tiku. See, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
thank
Okay,
you.
Go, Tiku.
Let's do D2.
D2 is Brian Danielson.
You mean Daniel Bryan?
Bryan Danielson is his AEW name, Tiku.
All right.
That's his real
Daniel
name,
Bryan.
no? Like his actual.
I don't give a fuck.
Biological
Daniel
name.
Bryan. I'm writing Daniel Bryan here. I don't care.
Rebel,
great.
bro. This kid's a rebel.
Yeah.
Right,
100%.
Adam
So-
Copeland, bro, instead of Edge.
Yeah. What a joke.
Bro, that's his AEW name, bro. That's what he's
You
wrestling
see,
under right now.
John
Moxley.
Can I guess? Can I guess for D?
Go ahead.
Wrestling.
Is the wrestler?
Wrestling.
Let's reveal.
Wrestling?
Wrestling is
Wrestling?
your guess? I'm gonna
Yes.
give you. It's wrestler. I'm giving it to you because it's so similar. That
Yeah.
It doesn't. make
Yeah.
sense.
Thank you.
So correct, wrestler. And with that, I'm gonna open up D3, which was Jordan Burroughs, and then D4 was Brock Lesnar.
I don't even know who Jordan Burrow is. He just knows. He's a
Uh,
You're not
Jordan
talking to me,
Burroughs
right?
recently.
I know. I know you're talking to Yoni. You ain't
jumping
talking
out
about
to
me.
this guy. You don't know what's going on.
So, Clue D is completely open. Wrestler.
Yeah,
Tiku guessed
I'm
it.
thinking I know what's
D1
going
is
on now.
Habib.
Yo,
D2 is
what's-
Bryan
what's
Danielson.
D4?
D4 was Brock Lesnar.
Brock
D3
Lesnar.
was Jordan Burroughs. Ahmed,
starting to
open up a
think
hint.
I know
Ahmed,
what's
open up
going
a
on.
hint.
Let's
I mean, go do
C4.
B, bro. Don't be weird.
C4. Let's open that up. Finish it up.
Got it.
C4.
Like, about to blow up.
Of course, you're
EMT/doctors. That's C4.
This is like
Literally the meme I said. This is crazy.
like a hero.
Correct.
Mm,
So, let's update the listeners at home who don't have the visuals on
yeah.
YouTube.
I wrote a hero.
As of right now, it's literally hero. So, as of right now, we
No, I
have
know. But
all the hints open up on A are Nail, Hit, Jack, and Thor. However, they have not guessed the clue. For clue B, we have only B2 opened up, Francis Ngannou. And then for clue C, we found out it was hero. Hints were Superman, firefighters, Batman, and EMT/doctors. And clue D was opened up as well, which was wrestler. Habib, Bryan Danielson, Jordan Burroughs, Brock Lesnar were the hints. So, Ahmed, you guessed the clue. Do you want to guess
First
the
of all,
final
Habib,
answer?
Habib is not a wrestler. He's a grappler.
Oh, sorry. You know what?
Anyways.
This is canceled. Sorry, guys. This game
yeah,
is
see you
null and
guys.
void.
Have a good night. See you next
We hope you guys enjoy. No. So you got the clue. You can guess the answer if you want. If you want to just shoot.
For the whole
Like
thing.
the final answer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, guess it. Just so you can rule
Wrestling
things.
hero. We got Thor.
It's interesting. This is very. I'm very interested in what A is supposed to be. It's interesting.
I don't understand what Jack is. Jack, like Jack as
What?
like a name.
Or like a jack for like a car.
Bro, you guys
With
will
Jack
guess
and
it
Dax.
on your
What?
own.
I mean, come on.
Okay,
Pick a thing
Tiku
or
go.
quit.
Tiku go.
Thank
Tiku
you.
go.
The fuck out of here. B1, bro. So let's figure out.
Well, what the fuck is a Jack?
B1.
That is true, though. I don't know what it could be. It could
B1
be so
is
many different-
Miocic.
All right, heavyweight. I'm gonna guess. Oh, sorry. I screamed it
It's
out.
okay, because I was going to say heavyweight as well. So I'm going to guess for B. Is it heavyweight?
Correct. So B is heavyweight. I'm going to open up B3, which is Joshua, a.k.a.
Joshua.
Anthony.
Yeah, I would have.
And then B4 is Fury, Tyson Fury. So
Yeah, I would have.
we have nothing for clue A, even though we have all the
You know,
hints. We have heavyweight, hero, and wrestler. So, Tiku, do you want to guess the final answer?
Too, you know, right?
I'm gonna guess the final answer. I think No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be that.
No, I know, but I'm telling Yoni. I don't think he knows it.
No.
I know
it wouldn't
Stipe's
be.
a firefighter, bro.
Yeah, you see that? I was gonna say Stipe Miocic as the final answer.
No, he's
but
a
you
fucking
haven't.
hint.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
no, that's what I'm saying. You know what? I'm gonna go out on the limb. I don't know why the fuck I'm gonna say this, but Hamza Chimaev.
No, bro.
I
That's
don't
the
fucking
worst
know.
guess.
I don't
This is our
fucking know.
second time playing this. I can confidently say that is the worst guess we will ever see.
I had
in this
Roman
game.
Reigns, and Roman Reigns is not that bad of a pick. Thinking
No,
about it.
Roman Reigns was probably closer to.
Yeah.
No. it
Okay.
wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna make a guess for the final one as well. I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes, wrestler, hero.
No.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Bro, guess the clue, bro. Guess the clue. Think.
There's no
Think.
clues. There's nothing.
Think.
There's really nothing there. for
Why is-
clues anymore?
We gotta
Oh,
finish
for
up
A.
B. Let's finish up B.
No, you
B's done.
finished
We
up
already
B.
picked
You're
it.
at
Okay,
A.
It's A. We
What's
know all the
B? The whole
clues
thing
for
is-
A.
What's B? The whole thing.
It's
Heavyweight.
heavyweight
Oh, yeah,
is the
heavyweight,
main
forgot.
thing, and then the hints of B is Miocic, Ngannou, Joshua Fury.
Whatever. The hints
We
don't
have
matter
A.
because
We don't know what A is. A is nail, hit, jack, Thor.
Okay.
What
so
the
it's fine.
fuck
Hey,
are you
alright,
talking
okay.
about, bro?
This is
What
like
are you talking about?
this is the easiest one you guys will ever get. By the way,
Yeah, this is fucking awful.
this is
Stop.
your fault. If viewers at
How?
home, congratulations. These guys are stupid.
Yeah, we are. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys. And you. Nah, I'm playing. Nail, hit, jack, Thor.
I know
Like,
there's someone watching this who got it, 100%.
If anybody got it, comment down below. If
Yeah,
you got
comment down below,
Let
and
me
then a
get-
week later we'll
Don't lie.
re-record this last part.
it. Yeah,
Um,
Don't lie. But is
Think-
there a hint to the hint?
What?
Do you
what
have
do
it? Do you
these
have a
hints
hint?
have in common? What are they related
Nail. What are you
Wha-
nailing? You're nailing something? You fucking
to? Keep going with your thought
Hit.
process.
jack.
Try to think.
You
how
gotta
does
give me a hint.
how does
I don't
Thor
understand.
how does Thor relate to these other things?
He's
Like
huge,
connect hint to
strong.
hint. Connect hint to hint.
Strong.
How does Thor connect to nails? How does Thor connect to hit? How does hit connect to nails?
Hammer?
Is that your
That's
guess?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Correct. Clue A is hammer.
Bro, how is like
So now hold up.
Jackhammer, buddy. Jackhammer.
So now,
coward? Bro, I
okay,
can't.
hold up. So now I get the guess, and I'm gonna take my time with this because fuck you, Ahmed. You're a piece of garbage.
I'm gonna be very
Um,
disappointed if Ahmed doesn't
hammer.
get this.
Heavyweight hero wrestler. Ahmed, do you have an idea what you think it might be?
Don't worry about it.
Come on, let me know. I want
Wait,
know.
Tiku. Oh yeah, Tiku's still on the clock.
Heavyweight. Yeah, I'm so give me nah, fuck out of here, cause I guessed it.
Yeah, bro. We'll give you 5
Hero.
hours, brother.
Wrestler.
You got 10 seconds.
Bruh. Triple H.
Nope. That's not a bad guess, actually.
That was a great
That's
guess.
not
I
a
thought
bad
that was
guess.
it.
That's a
The only issue was
fantastic guess.
Hero. My only issue was Hero. Because he's not really in Hero.
Guys,
I
think.
mean,
Think.
I think it has to do with something with
Matt the
I'm
Hammer.
not gonna tell you.
So
Not
let's
gonna
break
tell
this
you,
down,
man.
right? But actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Ahmed a guess. Ahmed, I'm gonna give you.
Oh, see you later. See you later. Walk off. Look at me. Look at me when I do this. Look at me when I do this. All right.
I'm so
Matt
mad.
Coleman, baby.
Who?
Right? No, what was his name again? Did I say Matt Coleman? What was his first name?
Mark.
I'm not. No,
Something.
And
Why-
that is the correct answer.
Thank
It
you.
is.
See you later.
that's
What about
bullshit.
you?
Nah, that's
What is
bullshit.
it?
That's
How's that
bullshit. He
bullshit?
got it wrong. Cause he
Matt?
said Matt.
Bro.
What was his
He
fucking
said
first
Matt.
name?
And Tiku, you
Mark.
would have got it right.
Yeah.
You would have been
Mark
here all
Coleman.
day, bro.
Come
like
on,
talk about
man.
Cody
No.
Rhodes or something, bro.
No, I would have easily
Walk
100%.
off.
No, you got it wrong. It's not Matt Coleman. That's an L. Guess what? Mark Coleman. I knew the
Mark
guy's wrong.
Coleman, bro. I literally gave you the answer.
Nah.
That's me. Another like.
Okay.
Like
We need a
controversy, but I
frame.
won.
We need an accurate framework for the rules. Properly. You have to say the
Bro, I
name
was
properly.
as soon as I got
Okay,
the
you know
answer,
what?
Say,
Hero.
can't say
How's it going?
Nobody
he's
wins.
a hero, though.
He's a hero. That's
nah,
why.
nah, I could get it because I feel bad for him because I've been
I
smoking
think
it for
I
a very
think
It's
long
literally
time.
too
like
old.
he knew
It's
oh
not
he was
too
gonna
old.
plug it into Google and he was gonna find his name. Tiku.
Who?
Ahmed.
Bro,
It
you
doesn't
acting like I
matter. He
said
got it
John
wrong in the
Coleman, bro.
beginning.
I
Anyway.
said Matt or Mark. Like it's like right
Who's
there.
Matt? Who is that? Can you show me his
The-
Who the fuck is that?
The answer is Mark
Who's
Coleman.
who's
Obviously,
Hamzat Chimaev, Mike?
obviously Mark
It's not a
Coleman
bad
was
event.
the
It's not a bad event.
first, I think, heavyweight champion in the UFC. He made popular the ground and pound, hammer fisting.
Pause.
He's a hero because, as you
Snoop.
guys probably know, saved his
Yes,
parents
sir.
from a house fire. Absolute hero. Wrapped that
Amazing.
BMF title around Max Holloway's waist, which is when I wanted to do this. But still, I'm glad we did it. I thought it would be way easier for you guys than it was. I really did. And I'm scared now because I have one that's set up
What?
that is really difficult, and I really don't think any of you will get it. But
I think
It's
we
not
got to
that
do it like
bad.
to start off the show, like to start it off when I'm locked in.
okay.
You're not locked in.
Okay.
You said Matt Coleman.
Bro, you said
I'm
how
gonna
much you
Google
mind,
Matt.
bro. You would have been here
I'm
all
gonna-
day. You would have been
so
here all
what?
night.
So what? You know what? It was crazy because I was kind of thinking of Randy Couture. Matt Coleman, hold up. Matt Coleman, American basketball player. He plays in Poland right now. Amazing. Good job, Ahmed. That's what you said.
Anyway,
Gatorade Player of the Year.
Gatorade Player of the Year. There you go, Matt.
Alright.
Shout out Matt Coleman, bro. Matt
He
Coleman.
plays for
Let's get him on the
Daziki
podcast.
Warsaw.
We're gonna get Matt Coleman on the podcast,
Amazing.
guaranteed.
Stockton Kings.
Um,
Wow.
Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, he's young. Anyway, there you have it. Fours. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is really fun. I really
enjoyed it.
enjoy this. I really enjoy
That was
this.
going. That was going.
We had a little bit of a struggle, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know about Ahmed, but I enjoyed it.
It's good.
Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Shout out Leonara Hookah for sponsoring this segment. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace.